Hello and welcome to the stream of the newest Danganronpa The After episode, which is Chapter 3's investigation.
Yeah.
I am very curious how it will go. I mean, most people already have a lot of theories going into the investigation because
I definitely have a lot of theories in general.
Ooh, let's see who. Well, I think we can all agree that the siblings are probably gonna be involved TM in one way or another.
I do not trust them. Right. I do not trust them, if I'm gonna be fucking honest.
Something's going on with them.
I'm just like, I don't trust like that. Yeah, I had to get the pop-out chat, that's why you heard my feedback for 2 seconds, because I didn't mute fast enough.
No problemo. Ah, by the way, I'm also using a new rigging for my model for today for the first time. So you're gonna see a lot more movement from me than usual, yeah?
Correct. Also, do not fucking spoil Rina. I will kill you on the spot. You will be eviscerated in the chat. This is your only warning. No spoilers. No spoilies. None whatsoever. We'll die. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, anyway.
Hi-ha. Alrighty. Hi.
Maybe get the lads 2 more minutes.
Alrighty.
Just give them like a good rounded 4. No.
But yeah, I can't wait to see Hatami again. It's been so long. He's my favorite.
That's your man.
Yeah, the wet cat man.
Wet cat.
Drenched.
Wet cat.
Absolutely drenched. The saddest wet cat we have ever seen in our life.
Soggy wet cat.
I'm still not decided on what animal Seki is, though.
I have a joke here, but I'll be nice.
Now you've got me curious.
He sure fucking hates dogs, but he behaves like a German Shepherd.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like a canine unit German Shepherd. I'm so serious.
You're not wrong. He would not like to hear that, though.
Ah, he'd kill me. I read some of Ha's translations on some of the Q&As today. Just like I know most of them, but I was looking through them anyway. And the fucking one about like, hey, so if you played a dog related prank on Seki, how would he feel about that? And he's like, the Corona was like, you should start running.
You better run.
I was like, okay, yeah.
Better run.
That's so fucking funny to me.
Alrighty.
Would he be a fox then? Because a fox is a mix of a dog and a cat.
Yeah.
They have very cat-like behaviors, but they are canines.
I mean, he does have, like, the closed eyes. Those are called something fox eyes, I think?
Oh my god, yeah, wait, maybe he is a fucking fox. That's crazy.
He is quite an aggressive fox, though. Ah, oops.
Oh man. Ooh. I forgot plenty of details then if I really threw that out there. That's funny. That's really funny. Help. I fucking forgot about that, Ha, you're right. Oh man, that's hilarious.
My condolences. For getting that wrong, right?
Put him in the torture blunt rotation, it's hilarious. Anyway, we can start now.
Yup. Yes, yes, it's a fandom
Disclaimer stuff.
series.
It's not suitable for anyone under 17, so if you're younger than that, get out.
Or at least be careful.
That or just don't tell us.
Yeah, that's also valid. This section.
Guidance program believes that by now, everyone must be on their toes thinking about future developments. However, we must provide another administration announcement. Don't joke! Among the previously posted parts, there have been multiple erroneous depictions. As such, I would like to make an important statement and offer my most sincere apologies.
Erroneous depictions?
First of all, the explanation on the chemicals from the herbal room in the daily life part. In the past, Mr. Ueda claimed that yellow is nutrients and blue is pesticide and green is herbicide. However, the correct explanation is that yellow is nutrients, green is pesticide, and blue is herbicide. There appears to have been confusion with green and blue.
I see. Well, that's also a way of telling us that it's kinda important.
Yeah. Mr. Ueda left a note he attached to the wall to avoid further confusion, but as you can see, we discreetly rewrote the note while keeping the handwriting the same.
Ban, do I need to throw you out of the stream? You did say we wanted to play, we wanted to watch Danganronpa The After from the beginning together, yeah?
My guy, you're gonna be spoiled on Chapter 3 investigation if you remain.
I will hit you with a stick.
If you're gonna go through it with Rina, I don't know if you want to stay.
I will hit you with a stick. You are... I am very happy that you are
buddy.
here, but
I'll
farewell.
see you later.
We shall... Your support is appreciated, however, we do not spoil you.
Spoil yourself.
I'm just glad he spoke up so fast.
Yeah, me too.
Oh boy.
Next, all the members in a maid dresses are wearing cuffs on their arms.
Yup.
All of them are wearing their electronic student handbooks under their cuffs. So in case you feel there is anyone whose cuffs disappeared, you must be imagining things.
Okay.
Thank you, Kurono-san. Hilarious. Regarding this matter, the guidance program has made corrections where possible in the YouTube version.
Thank you. You know,
These are all the major corrections that have been made. Our deepest apologies for causing you confusion. While a simple proxy, the guidance program offers a humble apology.
very funny way of saying that there were errors.
Apologies for the trouble, but in case you feel inclined to make deductions, you should take these corrections into account.
We will.
Very well. In case you are mentally prepared, please do enjoy the complicated and mysterious story about the third incident.
We will.
Thank you, Holdnova.
The cooler's supposed to be packed with ice with water bottles was filled with a frozen solid huge block of ice. I could talk today.
Hey, no problem. I am still sad about Coco.
Yeah. Didn't get to do much with her, honestly.
Yeah, I do like the type of tsundere she is, though.
Mm-hmm. It was unclear, but I could still be sure that inside the frozen cuboid shape was a familiar face.
Yeah. How the heck did this happen?
I'm not seeing things. Koko Hashizawa, her huge body was shoved into this cooler.
Ah, yeah, they are still having issues.
Hold on, I have to figure out a good voice for Seki. That's gonna be obnoxious. Yeah, I think I know what to do.
This is totally an incident, correct? Is that... Hey, does this mean Hashizawa is dead?
Nah. I am afraid so, Coin.
Not sure. It's the same as this morning. Even if we found her with 3 people, the body discovery announcement won't play.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm gonna kill him! He's such an obnoxious piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
More like we can't hear it. How the fuck are we supposed to know if it plays with this loud-ass music in the background?
True, that's one possibility. Considering what happened yesterday night, I thought this guy might have been involved in the incident again in some way, but... that confusion. Does it mean he wasn't expecting this either?
I think he instigated it, but he doesn't know how it developed.
I mean, yeah, he's always bullying others.
My.
Hey, what the fuck are you looking at? If you have time to stare at me, move your ass and do something to stop this annoying-ass music!
Yeah, yeah. It feels good to see him a little bit suffer.
Right. If the investigation starts, we'll be given the Monokuma file. That should make this situation a little clearer. If this keeps going for any longer, he might seriously jump down my throat. I should hurry and call Hold Nova. Your side should obviously know about the incident too, yeah? Interrupt the performance. Put a stop to this music right now. Apology. Oh, she probably does voice here, actually.
Nope.
Okay. Apologies. It would be hard for the guidance program to grant the given request. The only person allowed to suspend the performance is the representative student, and as the guidance program taking a direct role would count as sabotage of the event.
Oi, 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 oi.
Guidance program, as a mere overseer of the Marigold Festival events, cannot stop the music, which is part of Mr. Seiha Arumada's performance. Got it. In that case, can you return the lighting to the original brightness?
At least that, yeah?
Very well. The illumination in the auditorium and the luminance of the monitors shall be returned to their original brightness.
But still, vocal torture.
True.
Hey, I believe I asked you to stop the music!
Seems like the staff can't interfere with the performances.
Then it should be fine to interrupt directly. Excuse me as I go wreck that audio equipment into pieces.
I... Why not? Try.
Wreck that audio equipment to pieces. You really don't use brute force as your first resort. Try to talk things out a little. No use, he can't hear me.
Oh, Hatami, if he were capable of talking things out, he wouldn't have gone after you.
That's true. Hey, back to the auditorium. Pretty sure Seki is about to cause trouble.
Yes, right. We must hurry.
You're also a little bit shady. Why? Why?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Rina, if Coin ever dies, I am dropping this series.
No!
I already
Leonard.
warned Ha about this. If he dies, I am dropping TA.
Though, to be fair, if Hatami were the one to die, then I would also crash out. Badly.
Yeah, you understand. The motive this time wasn't clearly threatening the students, but an incident still happened. Which means it's not like the culprit had to kill no matter what to defend themselves. They caused an incident out of their own will.
True, true. Out of a sense of competition. Because of greed?
This case will probably be very hard to manage.
Oh, no, that I think about it, in that case, it really is a parallel to the first Danganronpa.
And that bad feeling of mine was substantiated in the worst way possible. By another incident, the death of the ultimate maid, Mari and Mamori. God! See, one of my other favorite characters is already dead. The only thing that I have tying me to the series is Coin. If he dies too, I'm gonna lose it!
Let's hope it's at least not gonna be chapter 3. That would be a bit much.
I'm hoping it's 2 characters that I find very annoying, but we're not gonna talk about that yet.
Yeah, of course he died. Oof.
See, no, I'd be fine with Seki dying because he earned it.
Seki has fans who are also his haters.
Yes, this is true.
I don't want him to die, but yeah, he had it coming.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rhapsody in Green on Ordinary Days. You're liking the word green in this chapter.
Yeah.
Oh dear, what's the matter, Plain Antenna?
Oh, it's voiced.
Oh, she does voice here.
That's a little evil. Evil! Evil!
I miss her.
Hmm.
Miss her already.
Oh, yeah.
死体が発見されました。一定の自由時間の後、学級裁判を開きます。
I am very grateful that most of the time Monokuma has voice lines because it gives my throat a break. Sir Parking, please stop.
Alrighty, I was Konoe.
Yeah.
The scent of shampoo from Momori's hair mixed with the faint smell of blood. I feel terribly dizzy. No. I need to close my eyes and erase that sound from my mind. Erase. I'm sure, like Arumada, Momori will get up and, embarrassed, she'll remove the dust from her clothes and say, we now have haunting Marin. Okay, that does sound like a double. No, why? Why is that announcement stuck in my ears? It's not stuck in your ears, dear. It played twice. Huh. It's no use. I saw it once. I keep clinging to the possibility of her moving again. Oh man, Konoe is really like, oh, in this video. The coping.
Yeah.
The coping.
Me too. This was also my reaction. I was like, no!
Ah.
I miss her.
The coping is real. Alright.
I believe this is cheap.
Probably. Konoe. No. That's too masculine. Let's see. Konoe. Keep it together, Konoe. I'll have to see about Chisa's voice. I understand why you would lose your cool. However, we must let the others know too. We must let them know another incident happened.
Right. This means another class trial is going to happen. We gotta find clues on who the culprit is before we run out of investigation time.
Yep, we are used to this now.
Pretty sure right now it's time for Arumada's performance. I guess the others are probably in the auditorium?
Likely. Except for the other group.
Nah.
Stand up, Konoe. The killing game isn't over. If we don't expose Marin's killer, if we don't expose the truth, we're all dying. Yes. Sorry, I know, you're right. Appreciate Chisa for waking Konoe up.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Konoe is gonna take it harder and harder each time.
I mean, she was the one who started off the most hopeful out of the whole cast.
True, and this
And
time...
the people who keep dying are people that have been getting close to her.
Yep. Every single one of them has in one way or another had a connection.
Ha, I wish that was the case! I'm sorry, I won't say how dead.
Oh, how much I wish for her to stand up in my head. I must accept the Momori before me. I don't have a choice. I forcefully wiped my tears with the back of my hand and ran to the auditorium with Chisa and Ueda. However, the situation on the Marigold Festival stage I saw after opening the heavy door to the auditorium changed a lot from the last time I saw it. Did Seki raise hell? Probably.
Likely.
Oh no, I have to do an accent.
Yeah, I'm giving you both the accent twins because I also don't want to voice them, I'm sorry.
Forgive me if the accent is trash.
It's alright, make them sound as obnoxious as possible and the job is done.
Hey! Why'd you stop the music? Big Brother's in the middle of the conducting!
Good. What a joke. If this is allowed, then even the pendulum clock can be a conductor. Listen, Arumada, playtime is over. Please announce that you're stopping your performance at once.
On stage were Arumada, Kokona, and for some reason, Seki, who was blocking their way in an imposing stance. In the midst of Arumada's siblings' confusion, again, for some reason, Hatami was fiddling with the audio equipment behind Seki. Oh, it's so good to see you again,
man
boy.
is doing his best.
Yeah.
Hey, what the hell is going on? Are those two happily sabotaging Arumada together?
No, they are saving everyone's eardrums.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Again, just make him obnoxious and it works.
Ah. Seki! Animatamin, I am being serious here. Why are you getting in the way? And you want me to stop? I'll never announce that. I told you that I want to win.
I understand. Very well then. If you keep resisting, I know what to do.
You really put on a nice cop face for this.
You know. I'll just have to put either the audio equipment or you in a state where it cannot continue the performance. A state like Monokuma's shop over there. You understand?
Path! No violence! Someone help me!
This guy's considerably irritable right now. If you don't want to go through a bitter experience, just be good and do what he says.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
We're in a state of emergency. This isn't the time to worry about some festival or winning contests.
Yep.
So I'm so sorry if y'all hear my dogs. They're literally barking outside right next to my fucking window and I don't know what to do about it.
I don't think I hear them.
Thank God this mic is good. Anyway.
Hatami is one thing, but it might be rare to see Seki so on edge. Did something happen? Suddenly realizing someone was calling me, I noticed Hatoyama standing right beside me and staring at my face. Please stop being sus. When did he get so close? I didn't realize at all.
Where is Momori? You were looking for her, right?
Yeah, I think you have the right idea, friend. I was about to express my confusion, but the words got stuck in my throat. Seeing my state, I feel like Hatoyama's eyes wavered for
That's right.
It's about Momori. She died in the home ec room. She was killed.
As Ueda's scream resounded through the auditorium, the place felt completely silent all at once, and I felt like I could hear everyone gulping.
Huh?
Yeah, people, we have a case on our hands.
Miss Momori was killed? Damn it.
Boy.
Announce that you're stopping your performance. That way we get some more investigation too. We need it. We should gather clues as quickly as possible. Even a moment can make a difference.
Yeah, with two bodies.
There's a rule stating that if the representative student doesn't make an announcement during their performance, the Marigold Festival can't be suspended. Are you gonna keep waving that baton here the whole time? If you give a damn about your life, make the announcement already!
Hatami's face was even more stern than usual as he pressured Arumada, and doing that, after a moment of confusion, the latter raised both hands high in the air. I am stopping the performance! Stopping! Stopping! Happy now? Yeah. Kokuna's reaction to someone being killed, eh? Wait a sec, what do you mean killed? Another prank like the one with Big Bro? Why do you keep doing that? Yeah, prank. Anyway, It's true that now isn't the time to worry about the Marigold Festival. Everyone come to the home ec room for now. Sister?
なんだって
Are you kidding me? Momori? Momori, answer me! Oh, hey!
Unbelievable! How could an incident happen in these circumstances?
I was wondering when the deep register would come back.
I was too. What you laughing about, eh?
Oh my, the situation has taken quite the interesting turn. Damn it, what's so funny to you? A murder just happened, you know.
Ooh.
いいですか
Certainly did know that the murder had taken place. Well, for us, it was the one in the green room, however.
The one in the green room?
Inside the cooler, we found Miss Hashizawa's body. We being Mr. Hatami, Mr. Hatayama, and I, the three of us.
What?
困ったな
Didn't Mr. Hatami mention it? That we're in a state of emergency?
嘘でしょ
Excuse me? Coco was killed too? Are you serious?
I have words for Kurono-san about this. When are you gonna stop killing queens? You need to start killing the kings too. Please. We are outnumbered. What is happening?
A little. Though it does make me think that the killer is probably more likely a man, though.
Yeah, it does make me think it might be men.
What? So, are you saying Momori and Hashizawa? Two people were killed?
違いますか
Other than asking us, it'd be faster to show you directly. I'll lead you to the other crime scene.
Ooh. We did as Seki said and returned to the auditorium, entered the green room, and saw the other incident. Savachin! Savachin is frozen stiff! Hashizawa? Cold. What's this? Ice? This is terrible. Marin, Coco, why did they have to be killed this way?
許せない
Good question.
Oh my, this is an incredibly thrilling development that has you on the edge of your seat. Quite interesting. Mutual killing is the greatest form of entertainment, after all.
I cannot tell you how much I have missed doing the Monokuma voice.
Despairing extreme performance fitting of the Marigold Festival, to the point that if you didn't announce that you were stopping, I'd have wanted to give it the prize.
いいか
Finally showed yourself. Spare me with the tedious talk. Hand that thing over already.
Oh gee, what's the problem with having some fun together? Pushy men aren't popular these days.
I appreciate men that are efficient. Monokuma. As Monokuma lightly clapped his hands, the electronic student handbook emitted a sound, letting us know it was updated.
Victims were all poisoned to death.
All. Yeah, I suppose it would be hard to... yeah. Interesting, though, that does point to one single culprit.
I know that if who I'm thinking you're inferencing dies, that one of my other friends will crash out because he really likes him.
I don't think it will be Ueda. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so. In addition, all external injuries and bleeding are self-inflicted wounds caused by the pain induced by the poison, and are thus unrelated to the crime.
I see.
Boy.
That's all?
Not even a word about the ice?
What is it? Why are you looking at me like that? Don't ask for too much. If you're going to complain, make it yourself. I always have a hard time with this. Criticizing me for this is blatant monoharassment.
Monoharassment.
Such a dork.
Yay! Monokuma file free.
なんだって
The Monokuma file. Then Hashizawa and Momori really were killed? I still wasn't over the shock of losing Momori, and this truth shook me like a strong hit to the head.
Yeah.
Just, what is going on right now? Good question. Why was it necessary to kill two people? Ah, I see. I'm still very curious because Kokona is very, very suspicious, though she is doing a good job with acting right now. Hey, Chankona, let's stop with the jokes already. The same prank only works once on me. Sister and Zavachi too, they don't need to pull such large-scale pranks. Yeah. Kokona. You never officially told her what's going on, yeah? But yeah, she just kind of was very much rolling with Seki though, yeah. Alright, we still haven't told her anything. Not that we've been caught up in the killing school life, nor that we'll have to face a class trial. Oh, that will be interesting. Kokona, calm down and listen. Momori, Hashizawa, and of course me too, none of us are trying to pull your leg. Unlike with Arumada this morning, real incidents have been happening in the school. Usually this kind of thing should be quickly reported to the police, but that kind of common sense doesn't apply here. From now on, I can't. At this point, what am I supposed to say for her to understand? How can I tell her that we'll have to find the culprit among us, and that they will have to be executed? Someone will have to tell her, though. Assuming she's ignorant. Truly. Unlikely.
I think it's likely both the siblings are very stupid.
They are... I don't know about Kokona. I suspect her too much.
If
So to
anything,
say.
she plays it up in order to make you think that she is. If anything.
And as I held back my words, a bright voice that didn't suit the situation in the slightest resounded in the room. Huh?
Yes, we'll have to take part in a class trial.
お前
When did you...
Huh? What? That voice! Aya Kutuyama? Kutuyama.
Anon, I'm the irrational white crow. Little sis, I came to give you a test.
I see, so... So Coin is taking over the duty, I see.
Yeah.
Test?
Precisely, the mission given to us to investigate every nook and cranny starting now and solve this case. And, how surprising, the culprit is lurking among us. If we correctly identify identify them, we pass the test.
Mm-hmm.
This is a test to do together, so it would be great if you could help us too.
Before I realized, Hatoyama in a suspicious costume started talking to Kokona in a lively voice, so he's still not being honest.
I need people to understand, I feel like this is a Zero Escape reference.
That could be though, yeah.
Because the mask and the cloak and some iterations of Zero actually kind of make those references.
Hmm.
So, just makes me squint at this and then Zero Escape and go, huh, okay.
Could be.
Specifically Zero Time Dilemma. Yeah.
Hatoyama lent me a helping hand. I understand that, but seeing that boundless cheerfulness, even in this situation, felt kind of eerie. Why? If an incident really has happened, ain't it crazy to solve it ourselves? Call the teachers, or...
Why, you ask? Because this is a test from Hope's Peak. We can't even solve a case like this. We can't be real ultimates. We won't be able to stand by your brother's side.
I see. Real ultimate?
We will be participating in the class trial. We'll solve every single mystery about this case with your big brother. Well, if you're going to say you can't do anything and want to leave it to someone else, it's okay for you to wait it alone here.
Right, the more people helping the better, but honestly, it's seriously harsh. It's okay if you want to leave this to us.
Wait, I get it. I'll do that something dial, so please don't leave me behind. Yeah, I mean, for her it would be very dangerous to stay behind and essentially force herself to stay ignorant on the case, because then it would be easier to get her to say something she shouldn't have known.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't have time to explain at length, so this helps a lot.
Still, Hashizawa being frozen in ice, isn't there any way for us to help her?
Yeah, it is kind of a miserable state of being, and we can't really look at her body like this properly.
Right, if I smash this ice, she might come around, alright.
You might split her body. Don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw a punch? Even though she's in such a pitiful state as is?
Huh?
Exactly. Preserving the scene comes first. Don't make the scene of the crime even more grotesque than it already is. Taking the initiative and trying to make a mess of the scene. Don't be surprised if you're suspected to be the culprit wanting to destroy evidence.
Nah, Retsu is just simple-minded.
My bad, that's not what I meant to do. I just wanted to save Hashizawa.
She's dead, bro. Matsuoka, I know the feeling, but I don't think there's anything we can do anymore.
Yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, they were both killed with poison. Even if you take her out of the ice, she's already dead. Probably.
Please forgive me for being unable to do anything, Hashizawa.
Seeing Matsuoka lower his fist, Kokona let out a sigh of relief and plopped herself down on the floor with a thump. Are you okay? Oh, I see. You can't stay up.
ごめんみんな
Sorry. I said I'd help, and yet it doesn't seem like I'll be able to move away from this spot.
えーっと
Okay, that is a very interesting note from Hall. Technically, it said all victims, not both victims. That's scary. That's a scary thing to say.
That makes me think that the killer also had some poison, but not as much, and will drop dead anyway later.
Hmm. Or if we interpret it differently, but no. I suppose either way it's victims, eh? I was thinking along the lines if suicide doesn't count as being a victim then. But
Don't know in this scenario.
I mean, I don't really think that any of those two deaths is suicide either, so...
No.
You don't have to push yourself. Then stay here with me and let's guard the scene together. Okay. I want to stay by Sabatage's side at least.
うーん
Oh, no, it can't stand to mean only one victim per the wording.
There is a theory I've considered that makes sense to what Ha is saying, but I don't want to voice it out yet because it might spoil part of the investigation.
Okay.
So,
Then let's proceed instead.
yeah, let's do that.
I doubt you're used to investigating, so that's perfectly fine. That being said, with two people staying behind to guard the scene, we're cutting to the people who can investigate. True that. In that case, what about taking turns guarding so that the guards can also investigate? I'll be the one to tell when it's time to switch.
そうだね
That would help. Little sis, it's okay for you to guard the scene while sitting on a chair. Ishimeki brought Coconut to a spot with a chair to make her sit. After following them with her eyes for a little, Chisa whispered to us.
さ
Yeah. Is this okay? In the end, we didn't tell Coconut the truth. What happens after the car's trial and all?
そうでしょ
I won't tell little sis about the killing game. We promised Memori, didn't we?
俺
I want to keep my word. I want to at least keep that promise with Memori. So I'd like to have your help too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why he's doing this.
賛成です
I'm in agreement. I believe it would be unwise of us to spend time on her.
'Promise with Marine, right. Should at least keep the promise until the end.
Hatuyama, you're right. That was what you wished for. Alright, we'll play along so Arumada Jr. won't be scared.
おいおい
They're as loud as always. I'll play along too. And about Memori's scene, and if I handle it,
そうだな
it doesn't seem like it'll be easy with Hashizawa, but in Memori's case, I might be able to identify the poison that killed her if I check her body from close by.
That would be cool, yeah. I mean, the poison most likely came from your exhibition.
Yeah. Right, there were a bunch of poisonous plants in the herbal room. Since you're knowledgeable about them, you should be in charge of that.
Looking at the difference between Kokona's state and our behavior, it hit me again. We are used to this. We were talking with Momori and Hashizawa on friendly terms until moments ago. But even as their bodies turned cold, everyone is calm and collected compared to the time with Yukime. We're getting completely used to this killing school life, used to people dying. Suddenly, as soon as I thought that, I got goosebumps on the back of my neck, and an unpleasant, nauseating something filled my heart.
There's something I forgot to mention. I'm going to warn you before we start investigating. To the people who are wearing a costume, don't you dare do something as burdensome as change clothes this time.
Well, I understand why.
I do too.
Yeah, it was kind of important last time. Why?
Did you forget what happened last time? If someone among you used that as an excuse to hide clues in their clothes, it'd be a problem. Do me a favor and don't waste precious investigation time reducing the number of people investigating not one, but 2 cases. Don't take any suspicious action to the best of your abilities.
Yep. I see. But still, obviously it's okay for me to change in it. What part about no changing didn't you understand?
This is part of why I find him suspicious, because why did he change clothes in the first place and then want to change back? This is so weird to me. I don't understand. Like hell it is. You especially stay as you are now. That's all from me. Konoe, investigate with me. I want to ask you about the other incident.
He cares about her. Okay, got it.
So hold on, I need to check on these dogs, because technically I am dog and house sitting, so occasionally I have to go get them.
A little break. Maybe like a minute or 2.
Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Taking a tea break. Doop-de-doom-de-doom-de-doom-de-doom. Oh, Seiya, you are so incredibly suspicious. Incredibly. Kokona is also suspicious, but I must say that I would find it a bit sad if she already died in a chapter she was introduced in. So I'm mentally preparing to say goodbye to Seiya, mostly, actually. We shall see. We shall see. So I still gotta say that this dress does not exactly look good on Seiya. You absolutely could have made him wear something that suited him better, I think. Or at least make his hairdo different. Yeah, he's definitely the one who sabotaged everyone. And who knows, considering it was poisoning, who maybe he accidentally poisoned people, who knows. I would not put it behind him. He would he's capable of accidentally killing people with poison, I'm sure. Would make for an interesting trial, though. if the killer themselves didn't know that they were the one who killed the victims. Though at least in Hashizawa's case, it's like, hi! Aleluye is the one who rigged my model. Hello, hello. Everything's fine, as far as I can tell. Though I still have some features which I need to try out on the rigging. Like, for example, V-bridge I haven't exactly tried out yet. But with due time I will. But yeah. I can absolutely imagine, Seiya accidentally killing at least one person. So, you know, thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, he accidentally killed both, but Kokuna covered up at least Hashizawa's body and eyes? Maybe. Kokuna is definitely involved somehow. At least I would be surprised if she wasn't. I hope that everything is going alright with the dogs. Because I'm not very good at small talk. Taking another sip. Dum-de-dum. Dum-dim-dum-dum. Dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Really, Kokuna did not really do well with Seiya's hair. It looks terrible, please. At least do a single ponytail. I'm mostly fine with dogs. And I did grow up surrounded by like middle large ones. Though I am more of a cat person. Though, of course, if a dog aggressively is barking at someone, then it's not exactly a nice feeling, I understand.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Fine.
Then we shall proceed. Why are you focusing on me? Hatami, could it be that... Oh my god. Oh my god. You're into my maid dress? I don't think anyone here is into your maid dress. That's probably... No, I think that's definitely wrong. Yeah.
Actually crazy behavior. That he thought that was the reason. That he was heckling him for that.
Like, I first thought he was being like, do you suspect me? But no. The brain cells are not big enough. Deep breaths. Right now, I must treat overcoming the class trial as my first priority. As Hatami said, let's investigate the green room. The crime scene of Hashizawa's case. First, as I exchange information with him.
To investigate. Ow!
Yes. For this case, I was the first to discover Momori's case, and you were for Hashizawa's?
Yeah, we should share what we know with each other. First, I'll talk about the situation here. The ones to discover the body were me, Seki, and that dumb crow.
I'm guessing the dumb crow is probably Hatoyama.
Why you gotta bully my boy like that?
He must be a
It
little
happened-
Sandere.
God. It happened pretty much right after you hurried out of the auditorium. Seki was bothered by the fact that he hadn't seen that woman in a while and consulted us about it. So we headed to the green room at his suggestion, but something weird happened when we got here. At the same time, the music for the conductor's Seiha's performance started playing. Music started playing in the green room too, and quite loudly at that.
Huh? Just what's up with that?
I'm guessing someone put speakers in here, making it so when the music started, it would play in the green room too. Tried to stop the speakers, but the lights were all lowered in the auditorium for the Marigold Festival. It was pretty dim. The same goes for this room. Left with no other choice but to walk around in the darkness, look for speakers, but by relying on the direction the sound came from, I found plastic bottles inside the locker. And a bunch of them at that. Seeing that, wouldn't you want to know what was put in that place where they used to be?
Yeah, true that. I see, so that's why you opened the cooler. But, Hatami, it was obviously as if someone was plotting something. Did you move around in spite of that? Jeez, what if Seki used some trick to make you the blackened again? I don't want to defend you again.
Shut the hell up. It's not like I did that because I wanted to. Those two were losing their shit asking me to do something and quickly.
No excuses. Act more carefully next time.
A man is whipped. Look who's talking.
Indeed.
I don't think anything like what you described will happen this time. And look at Seki and you'll get what I mean.
Yeah, he was a bit,
Rather, the one whose behavior I can't put my finger on is...
Is?
Anyway, taking... God, my throat today. Lax. Anyway, taking into consideration what's going on between me and him will just get in the way of deductions this time. Devote yourself to sorting the information before you.
I'm not too convinced, but got it. What concerns me about what he just said is the state of this room when they got in, and Hatami and Hatoyama are coming here at Seki's suggestion. Anyway, let's look for the plastic bottles and speakers Hatami mentioned. Among the many lockers, and a single one was open. Oh, it's true. This locker is packed with the plastic bottles from the cooler.
Back then it was dark and I couldn't see well, but seems like the source of that loud-ass music isn't here, which means... I see. It was here.
Hatami opened the locker below this one, revealing more plastic bottles and a black wireless speaker inside. Huh? The bottles in this locker are filled with water, but the ones from the previous one were empty, weren't they? Well, the ice gotta come from somewhere.
There are around 10 empty bottles.
The culprit poured the water from these plastic bottles in the cooler and used them to freeze Hashizawa?
Probably. However, in that case, there's still a question of why there used to be or unused plastic bottles left. Even taking into consideration the volume the victim is occupying, I feel like way more water would be needed to create that block of ice.
True. And yeah, cats can scratch me all day, every day, I will still love them.
I love them too. Just wish I could live with them.
Someday, maybe.
I'm too allergic, I've already tried.
This conversation is starting to get a little complicated. Let's check the cooler one more time after this. Alrighty. There's a jug and some glasses on the table in the dressing room, and besides them a card with a handwritten message on it. Oh. Good job! I prepared some deluxe flavored tea, so feel free to drink as much as you want. Well, that isn't suspicious at all. Besides the message written in a cute rounded handwriting, was an uncute price written in small letters. This is definitely something Momori left here. Momori. Did someone use Momori's glass and poisoned it for Hashizawa?
Potentially. This glass. Fuck. This glass. A full glass toppling over because of the inertia doesn't seem likely.
A liquid the same color as the tea from a jug was spilling out on the toppled glass, as if someone had been drinking it. Could it be that Hashizawa drank this and... But if this tea is poisoned, then the one who put the poison in it is... An arm crossed my field of vision as the shock made my heart pound loudly. When I suddenly noticed it, Sammy was taking the neighbor's glass in his hand. Don't drink from it, please. Hey, wait! In a panic, I nimbly avoided his extended hand, and the moment I let out an "ah," he was already done drinking. Dude. Brennt. Are you okay? Are you breathing? Are you still alive?
It's a little bitter, but that's all.
I want to smack you.
He's such a dork.
For being a suicidal idiot. I believe I told you moments ago that I would like you to act more carefully, did I not?
I was thirsty, that's all. You don't have to comment on everything I do.
Brennt.
And there's no way in hell the Blacken would add poison to a drink meant for an indefinite number of people in this killing game.
True that, but still. That's not something you should do on a crime scene.
The school rules state that during the school life, the same Blacken can kill 2 people at most.
He could have explained this with words only. It's bad for my heart if he jumps to action like that. But I wonder why the glass is toppled over. Maybe the poison wasn't in the drink, but on the glass.
Well, who knows? But I find this situation to be a little odd. The culprit had time to make a block of ice after the poisoning. They certainly had time to tidy up here.
True. Which means to the culprit, freezing Hashizawa was more important than putting the glass back in place? This is one of Ueda's works, isn't it? But if I remember correctly, this flower arrangement used to be inside the display case last time I saw it.
Huh?
The one from the multi-purpose room? I don't remember it being there, being there during that mess from this morning. I can read.
You see, yesterday Ueda took the case to the green room and put these flowers inside, but now the display case and the display case only disappeared, even though the arrangement inside is still there. Why would... And these red flowers inside the vase are the lethal poisonous ones Ueda warned us about. Doesn't that mean there's a high chance that the murder weapon for this case were these flowers? Could be.
Well, that might be one possibility.
Or it could be trying to frame Ueda. Hashizawa and Momori too. It's always the girls getting killed.
Kurono, I need you to understand, I very much appreciate that line because so many people have been pointing it out too.
Yeah.
So at least the writing is self-aware.
Yeah.
It's been girls getting killed and men being the murderers, and I'm like, shake it up. Let's shake it up. Let's shake it up. I wanna see a little bit something different, please. That's why it would be real neat if there's two killers this time that happen to be siblings. That would be interesting. Anyway, I don't trust either of them.
Understandably, they have been so shady this chapter. With those two gone, we won't see that splendid fun atmosphere ever again. I wanted to wear it too, a custom-made dress by the ace designer from Heart Victoria. Oh, Heart Victoria? You had a design your dress without knowing? It's the name of the design firm Hashizawa works under. It was a pretty mediocre film at first, but it became popular incredibly fast after Hashizawa started working with them. She brought in the fashion departments, and by putting the market products targeted at young girls, the film exploded in popularity. I see. Thinking of it, when Chisa met Hashizawa for the first time, she excitedly talked about how she brought 10 of the clothes she designed. Blast from the past. It seemed they made a binding promise that Hashizawa would be the next president of the firm. That's how talented she was when it came to design.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't have expected you to be interested in the latest trends.
You never know. Oh wow, the secret's out already. To be honest, all I said to you is stuff I just learned from a magazine article left in the laundry room. I didn't know a single thing about Hashizawa's brand, but you and I have some interest in fashion, you know. If we managed to escape, I decided I would have earnestly requested Hashizawa to wrap my whole body in what a girls dream of, and yet... To think she would be killed. The culprit must be a man who doesn't understand how good Hashizawa's clothes and what girls dream of are.
See, her saying this too also makes me think, huh, are we shaking it up? It's almost too on the nose.
Hmm.
The commentary of already having, like, it's all women dying, and a man might have done it, and I'm like, are we certain? Positive? Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Uh-huh. But why do you think the culprit would be male? I... I mean, to make that block of ice, the culprit would need to raise Hashizawa's huge body and put it inside the cooler, right? I suppose it wouldn't be easy to carry, though, yeah. Though I don't like that everyone keeps saying huge.
God.
I see. In that case, unless the culprit was quite strong, unless, like you said, the culprit had the strength of a man, it might have been hard to do that. Is this like trying to make it less suspicious? Make the siblings less suspicious? It's not working. And then, in case this point gets brought up during the trial, I'll at least be able to prove that you aren't the culprit, Hatami. Oh, burn. Burn. Burn.
Boy.
Fuck do you mean by that?
More importantly, what bothers me is the block of ice itself. When would it need to start freezing for it to turn that big? And even more important than that, how do you even freeze someone in ice? Would that cooler help? Yeah, the house on this one,
Depends on how powerful the cooler is. We should ask the guardian of the school about that.
Oh, I see. Let's ask Colton over. Won't you tell us about this cooler?
Product before you is a cooler that allows you to regulate its internal temperature, allowing it to keep its contents cool. It is equipped with a rapid freezing mode.
Oh, wow. Then if you use the rapid freezing mode, you can freeze water in one gulp? If, like what happened with this incident, you put water directly in the cooler and set it to rapid freezing mode, how much time would it take for it to freeze completely?
As the proposed use is not what the cooler was originally meant to fulfill, the answer is based on nothing but the guidance program's own calculations. However, in the case a large human corpse is placed in the cooler, and then it were to be filled to the brim with water, it would take approximately 6 hours for it to freeze completely.
I see. 6 hours? Then it means that this morning Hashizawa's body was already inside the cooler. Then all the people getting ready in this room were right next to Hashizawa's body as they went in and out? Had I checked the cooler when I was getting ready to go upstage, Momori's death might have been prevented. Don't think like that.
I don't think like that. That's an interesting point, huh?
Yeah, Seiki did see her though, Unless... no, he wouldn't lie about that, would he?
I don't think so.
Kokona, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine now. Having Mirupoyo by my side is pretty reassuring.
Boy.
What about your brother? I had assumed he was part of your body.
Big Bro's probably washing his uniform or something. It's so dirty with paint.
is so suspicious to be doing right this second.
Yeah.
Because what if he's trying to wash blood off from Memori or something?
I seriously doubt he would do that during the investigation before the class trial when our lives are on the line.
ちゃんこの
Hey, Chankono. Could it be that even before I got here, many of these kind of incidents had already happened? Why would you think that?
えっと
Because even though something like this certainly ain't common, you'll jump to action so quickly. And the photos from that melon shop in the auditorium are the people in there. You're right, we experienced many incidents like these ones, and during those we all joined forces and revealed the truth. Then what Kutuyama said about that test from this academy was true?
怖いよ
Even if you're ultimate students, letting you do this is wrong. It's a huge scandal in the making. Kokona, calm down. It will be fine. After the investigation starts, the culprit won't harm us anymore.
お願い
If you find the culprit, everything ends, right? Please find him no matter what, Chankono. I trust you with this.
No.
Talk like you have nothing to do with this, but don't tell me you've forgotten. You'll be at the witness stand, too, during the class trial. Great to see siblings getting along well, but don't you get in the way of the discussion together.
Yeah. They will definitely get in the way. Huh? Even if you tell me not to get in the way. Hey, Hatami. The way you put that, our priority now is to make Kokona feel more at ease, right?
No.
She's a suspect. He ignored me. Jeez.
People's comfort in this situation is not priority here. Priority is figuring out who the fuck did it.
Yes.
Even wanting to check the body, there isn't much we can find out in this situation.
Isn't there any way for us to get her out? Maybe bringing hot water and trying to melt the ice with it?
Baka Yuna.
Who'd the hell do that with our limited investigation time? Even if you tried that, it would likely be a drop in the bucket. I can see why the suggestion would be there, though, because what if her frozen block is actually obscuring other evidence?
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost sure there's something in there. If
Yeah.
the theory of Kokona being responsible for the block of ice is true, then I think she prevented Retsu from destroying it because she doesn't want something to be found.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's also
I can
staying in the
definitely-
room to keep
that
it that
too.
way.
I know, it's suspicious.
A drop in the bucket, a drop in the cooler. Maybe if we change the container, the level of effectiveness will change too. Or maybe not. If you pour hot water on it, Savacho's body might get burned. Poor Savacho. Yeah. But I see, I didn't consider that. We can't do something that might damage the body.
Ika.
It's not like we can't see the state of the body at all. Like Seki said, we should start by putting the priority on preserving the scene. Still, why would the culprit do this? There's no doubt they had some goal.
So there's meaning to them freezing her whole body. Huh.
Huh?
Got an idea?
No, but something stuck out to me. Something to the words freezing whole. What was it?
あれ
Huh?
えっと
What's wrong, Miropoyo? Found some clue about Sabotage?
そうだね
It's more like something I didn't find, but... Oh? Look at Hashizawa's left wrist. It looks to me like she isn't wearing a handbook. Huh.
うーん
A handbook? The red thingy I have on my left arm too?
えっと
Yes, Hashizawa, well, she had a larger body, so the wristwatchy handbook wasn't exactly her size. Unlike the other kids, even if she wore a long-sleeved uniform, you could see around half of her handbook peeking out from her cuffs.
けど
But I feel like there's nothing on Hashizawa's left arm right now. Is it possible that it's because of the ice that you can't see it well?
うーん
What about that, Holtnova? Personally, this is something I would like to have cleared up.
You are correct. At present, this cooler contains no electronic student handbook.
Interesting.
missing.
それでは
This is all the information the guidance program can convey to you concerning this room. The guidance program thanks you for your understanding.
Can't give too many hints after all.
な
In short, she's telling us she has no intention of telling us where.
うん。
えっと
Since it ain't here, wouldn't the culprit have it taken with him? Huh? But why would they?
いや
No, as for the reason the e-handbook was stolen, there's something I can think of considering the Marigold Festival.
Oh, that's right. The request ticket.
During the festival, the one student whose work is judged to have been the best by the headmaster will be eligible for the request ticket and have the electronic student handbook updated with the addition of the request ticket page.
うーん
Then maybe Hashizawa's e-handbook was updated with the request ticket page and the culprit stole the whole e-handbook?
でも
But according to Big Bra, it's the person who wins the Marigold Festival who gets the ticket. But then, like, no one has won yet? I mean, Big Bra's still in the middle of his performance.
Winner gets the prize. Were those really the conditions?
Huh? What do you mean?
悪い
It's nothing. Thinking about it, there's no need to steal the e-handbook of someone you killed to get the prize. As long as that rule exists, you know?
Oh, we're gonna get a lot of rule stuff in the trial.
Hmm?
Now Tommy whispered that to me so no one else could hear. That rule. I know what he's talking about. Entry rules. In case the owner of the ticket is killed before using it, the ticket will be transferred to the student who killed them.
Yep.
The hidden rule stating that if you kill the owner of the request ticket, you can get it for yourself. True, if that rule applies, the culprit should have no reason to steal Hashizawa's e-handbook. There might be many possibilities, but I don't think Hashizawa would receive the request ticket in the first place. She was a supporting student. Because I'm pretty sure only students who submitted the entry sheet are eligible for the request ticket. The one who entered for performance, the maid cafe, is Momori. Hashizawa was a supporting student like Chisa and I. Really? That makes her missing her e-handbook even more of a mystery.
No.
Means we don't have enough information to reach a conclusion. Let's put this matter on hold for now.
Guess that's all the information we can get in this room.
Oi.
What the hell are you saying? We still haven't investigated the most important place.
Hatami knocked on the wall, with no mercy for me trying to catch my breath. The hidden room where we found Coconut together? But it's not like that room connects anywhere. I really doubt it has anything to do with the case. One time looking...
It's still better to look either way because of how close by it is. Oh, don't tell me you don't know. Hidden room means a room to hide something.
Okay, fine. I'll check it out. You don't need to phrase it like that.
I mean, he did, because you were not being smart about this, but okay. I appreciate his fucking sass, personally.
As expected, there's nothing particularly strange in this room. It's the same as the time Chisa and I were sent Momori's food.
No.
Were sent? Through that dumbwaiter?
Yes, we got the main dish and the tea set from there, so I think she was killed after that. Oh, wait, that's wrong. I sensed something was off about what Momori sent.
Something off. Or you sent something unexpected, for instance?
It was low quality. It's not like we were sent anything not in the menu, but there was something that bothered me about the tea set. The tea inside the pot was still hot, but the teacups and the sauces were cold. It might have been that way that she didn't have time to warm them, but I felt like it was unlike her. Momori was the kind of person who would care to warm the tableware when serving tea, even for a single cup.
I see. You got the food from the dumbwaiter, so you can't be sure who sent it to you.
Indeed.
So that means there's a high chance that the one who sent you the food wasn't Marian, but the one who killed her.
Indeed. And Paul says the way he phrased that was the way Konoha phrased it in episode 21. So this is where it got to her. Getting back what you dished out before, I see. Yes, so realizing that I hurried to the home economics room, but it was too late.
You could sense something was off. You could sense something was off because you properly approached Marian. Thanks to that, you could find about the incident earlier. Find out about the incident earlier. I can read. I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to feel something off. We might discover some flaws in their crime. Let's keep investigating.
The dumbwaiter. We were sent a tea set and the food through this tiny elevator. It's no use. Doesn't seem like there are any clues in here. Hatami, what do you think? Calling it. Hatami pressed the switch, and after looking inside the open dumbwaiter, said something crazy. Okay.
Oi.
Can you get inside?
Okay. Hatami? What are you saying? I see, that's how we get the thumbnail.
いいか。
This connects to the home ec room, yeah? Which could make this a means of transportation, so we verify that.
Verify. Do you want me to get in there and test if I can get to the home economics room? I don't wanna. It's so narrow. You go in.
バカ言うな。
What are you saying? It's clearly impossible for me. Can only test this with a woman's physique.
Your legs are just too long.
This is also the other reason why, like, them saying, it's a man, it's a man, it's a man, and then this part comes up, and I'm like, okay.
Hatami, could it be that you wanted to investigate together because you wanted to test this?
Stop complaining and get in now. This is to get to the truth of the incident, too.
Sure, sure. He's avoiding eye contact. I knew it. This was his goal. Ah!
You are so fucking funny, and for what?
ねえやっぱり無理だよ。スペースが小さすぎるもん。
お前、やる気ないだろう。もっと奥まで体を入れ込んで、膝を折りたたんでみろ。
こう
やはり小柄な人間なら中に忍び込むことはできるな。問題は作動するかどうか。
Yeah, you would need another person, eh?
一度扉を閉めるぞ。
ちょっと待って、閉めちゃうの？やだやだ、暗いよ、狭いよ、怖いよ。
Rip. He ignored me, even though I'm clearly super uncomfortable with it. You gotta suck it up for the truth, girl.
Oh yes, it was a failure. I'll open the door. What's with that face?
See? It's impossible. This is an elevator meant for food, you know? It can't carry people. And there was no point to this test.
お前。
Hey, don't get too close.
As I drew near Hatami, still angry that he locked me inside a confined place without consent, I suddenly caught sight of the dumbwaiter notice hidden behind Hatami's back. Maximum capacity 45 kilogram. How much did Kokona weight again?
I think it's exactly 45.
Oh. God.
Ha can correct me because she remembers this shit more than I do.
Hmm.
Just for the record, I was very considerate here. If you saw that, it's your own.
Did you see the notice and thought a girl could have used this dumbwaiter to move around? If so, you might be a little delusional. Is what I would like to say, but if some other nimble girl were to ride it, it might function even though it'd be close. How frustrating. You are not fat, Konoe. You are normal weight. Jeez, Kokona is just a feather or something.
Well, I'm plenty satisfied even just with having proven someone with that kind of physique can get in the dumbwaiter.
Hey, Hatami. Absolutely. Don't tell the others that you verified this with me, okay? Oh, this will be fun during the trial.
No.
She's lighter than 45.
Yeah, Kokona is a feather, apparently.
Christ. I'll try my best.
Wanting to run away from that awkward atmosphere, I rushed up to the stairs of the secret passage at a quick pace. We gathered a lot of information on Hashizawa, so do we go to investigate Momori's incident?
いや、
No, whether we like it or not, let's deal with that thing over there before that. It might be another source of clues.
Ah. He must be talking about that. I feel like it would be troublesome and don't particularly want to approach it though. Yeah, this thing. It was destroyed in a way that made it a literal wreck. That makes me feel a little better. Was this done by the killer too?
さあな。
It's me. Didn't your event receive the same treatment?
Oh, now that you mention it, that's right. Ueda's exhibits in the herbal room were reduced to a mess, and our cooking in the home EC room was ruined. Moreover, our mother was splashed with blood-colored paint in the multi-purpose room, creating a very chaotic situation.
It was staged for him.
But that was Monokuma sabotaging us to get in the way of our victory, right?
妙な話だ。
If the mastermind side had no intention of rewarding us with anything, they wouldn't need to hold this festival in the first place.
True that.
I find it more realistic to think that someone among us simply sabotaged all participants of the Marigold Festival, shop included.
そうですね。しょぼーん。
Even as the merch I personally prepared was trampled on, thrown to the ground, ripped, kicked, smashed, destroyed, and hailed, I could only look on, biting my nails.
Huh.
This is absolutely horrible. This dream merch was supposed to make a killing, but thanks to them I lost so much money.
悲しい色やね。
I'll have to live for nothing but white rice seasoned with your despair for a while.
No one would have bought them anyway, Monokuma.
And he's gone. Literally came. My boy literally came to whine and bitch and moan and whine and then leave.
Yep.
God, I love you, Monokuma. What the fuck?
Now that he mentions it, Monokuma must be putting a lot of money into this killing game.
It's not the part that should get your attention.
Suddenly, Hatami dropped his eyes to the ground, littered with the remains of Monokuma's shop. What's wrong?
これは。
Isn't there a strange mark on the destroyed merchandise and the staff? In the stall? It seriously stands out. This yellow... What is this?
Oh, I know! From the herbal room. After the sabotage, the floor of the herbal room was splattered in a liquid of a color like this and reduced to a mess.
なるほどな。
I see. After the sabotage in the herbal room, the culprit behind it came here to destroy the merch, leaving behind traces of the chemicals in the process.
そうか。
Which means that, as expected, the person who sabotaged you and the person who sabotaged this shop are the same person.
Yep. Oh, Seiha. As usual, the monitor of the auditorium is silently displaying the event schedule for the Marigold Festival. Yup, first up Coin, then Marin, then Seiha, then Kinji. The order had changed since the last time I saw it, with the addition of Hatoyama, who entered to buy us time, on the list. According to Hold Nova, the events are held in reverse order. The later you enter, the earlier you perform, if I remember correctly. Hmm? Thinking of it, I feel like Arumada said he entered pretty much right after the Marigold Festival was announced. Nice! To tell the truth, I had submitted the entry sheet in advance, but with this I'm getting those extra points too. Let's do this, Kokona. If the schedule is correct, in the end the first to enter was actually Ueda?
Huh?
Kenji? That doesn't sound right.
Huh? Do you know when Ueda submitted the entry sheet?
So na.
Just thought it's unlike him to act before anyone else. You need to ask Kenji himself when he's entered.
I mean, Seiya could have also lied. Well, that's right. Let's make sure later.
Ika.
Changed my mind a little. I'm going to gather traces of the sabotages first. But what about you?
I agree. We should find the truth about that case too. The sabotages were Monokuma's shop, Arumada being splashed with paint in a multi-purpose room, the herbal room with Ueda's exhibits, and the home ec room with our cooking.
So da na.
Let's check them all. Let's start with the nearby multi-purpose room.
New. It's true we had no time to clean up, but it's kind of graphic to have the paint of the color of blood just sitting there. Thinking of it, that display case, it didn't return to the multi-purpose room, just where is it? And the missing display case.
Na.
About the sabotages, I want to sort out the situation once more, indulging the information you have. Fine with you?
I mean, it will definitely be important. Sure, this morning, while Coconut, Momori and I were in the cafeteria, Ueda came to tell us that the herbal room had been devastated. After that, we, along Matsuoka, who had been in the herbal room, confirmed that the exhibits had been ruined, and at that time... We heard Arumada screaming and all rushed in the direction the voice came from. On the way, we joined with you and Hishimiki and talked about how Arumada might be in a multi-purpose room. And there laid Arumada covered in blood-colored paint and fainted.
Naruhodo na.
As for what I know, Miraku invited me to go see how the people participated in the festival were doing, and heard that loud-ass voice as we headed underground.
So for the sabotages, Kokona and I, Ueda, Matsuoka, you and Hishimeki have alibis?
No.
Yeah, in addition, I think there's virtually no chance that the culprit set up some sort of mechanism to splash the paint. I searched the room right after finding that guy covered in paint, but there was nothing suggesting that a trap had been used.
Yeah, because he just put it on himself.
Yep. Thinking about it, this is you.
Thinking about it, it seems like he stayed in the multi-purpose room for some time back then, so he was investigating the Arumada sabotage. But still, if it doesn't look like anything had been set up, the culprit splashed Arumada with paint directly. to pull off such a daring sabotage without being witnessed by either Armada himself or us in that situation? Well... Well...
Murder scene aside, the only other place where the sabotage has taken place is the herbal room. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry.
Everything alright?
Yeah. It's just my hay fever acting up.
Ueda might have cleaned up. The fallen flower vases were put where they belonged, and the room was a little tidier compared to when I saw it in the morning. That being said, those glittering chemicals of blinding colors were still stuck on the floor.
これは
This is something. What happened here? They dumped the paint like this in the multi-purpose room?
No, if I remember correctly, Ueda said that those were nutrients and agricultural chemicals, stuff like that. Apparently all canisters were chemicals for plants that were turned upside down.
なるほどな。
Ah, that. I see some with the liquid in overly conspicuous colors lined up over there.
Yes, if I recall back then... Oh, yes, right, look here. Ueda wrote a note about the chemicals and attached it to the wall. It's a bit dirty, but I'm glad it's still there.
Hey, wait. Matsuoka, wait. I already told you, that's herbicide. It will kill the herbs.
Oh, my bad, I see, I didn't know. The green one...
That one's pesticide. I want you to spray the yellow one on the plants.
Matsuoka mixed up the chemicals very often, so I suggested that Ueda wrote down the color of the chemicals and its effects on a piece of paper. According to this note, yellow is nutrients, blue is herbicide, and green is pesticide. So I'm guessing it's the blue one, the herbicide, that caused the flowers in the flower bed to wilt?
だが
But then why dump all chemicals? Sprinkle the blue one on the exhibits and they'll wither. The sabotage is done.
True, Ueda's note is right there, so the culprit behind the sabotage should have known what's what too.
Might have been a reason they had to do that.
A reason, like what?
いや
No, it's nothing. I was overthinking things. Considering the personality of the saboteur, they might have been too worked up while sabotaging to notice the note on the wall. That, or they just aren't observant. Since by dumping some flashy chemicals they didn't need to dump, they were kind enough to leave traces even in the auditorium.
Careless.
That's a good point, huh?
You have been suspecting Armada to be colorblind since early chapter 2. That could also definitely be relevant. Hatami was looking at a puddle on the floor. Taking a closer look, there was a triangulish part of the puddle with no liquid. I see! The culprit stood there, turned the canister upside down, and at the time they ended up dirtying their own shoes with the chemicals. Then, without realizing what happened, they went to the morning shop, and by trampling on the merch, the gaudy color of the nutrients stuck to it. If that's the case, the culprit is someone with some yellow splash on his shoes and clothes, but I don't think there was anyone like that. Ahumada is quite literally walking around in yellow, and he was forced to change his clothes.
Not even just that. Kokona made an odd comment about that he's washing his clothes right now.
Well, well.
It's not like we're left with a clear shape, so it'd be hard to identify them based on the footprints. But I was able to find out more about the sabotages through this. Settles it. The person who sabotaged you and the murderer are different people.
So basically, there doesn't seem to be any similarity between the murders and the sabotages?
Even with just the information we got from the group, that murder is careful and meticulous when it comes to their crimes. On the other hand, the saboteur did things they didn't have to do and left traces without bothering to clean up, giving me the impression of a sloppy person.
Yeah. I see, but yes, when you think about it, it does make sense.
It's just that we still don't know how the sabotages connect to the murders, or if there's any connection at all. And to find out...
Right, we have to investigate it. We have to investigate Momori's incident. After gathering the evidence we needed about the sabotages, we headed to the home EC room, the place where Momori was killed. Yeah. Seiya is not smart enough to intentionally kill and get away with it.
Yeah, he's too fucking stupid.
As expected, opening the door to the home EC room, we found Momori now in a completely different form than the usual. The realization that we lost 2 classmates once again set in, and I was assaulted by an incredible sense of powerlessness.
All external injuries and bleeding are self-inflicted wounds caused by the pain induced by the poison, are thus unrelated to the crime. See, this is what it meant.
Saying that, Hatami touched the traces of blood that seemed to have been scratched on the floor ever so slightly.
To think a perfectionist who would tolerate even a single scratch on her finger would harm herself this much.
It really must have been terrible poison.
It's the poison that was used to kill her. Yes, we must collect all the clues left to determine that.
Yes, got it. This is proof that Momori was struggling to the very end in order to survive. I can't look away from this for her sake too.
Momori and Hashizawa, the 2 of them having been killed means...
Hello?
Maybe there might be 2 killers?
Would be interesting, yeah. A good point, that's possible.
In that case, who should we vote for during the trial? Do we vote twice if there are 2 culprits?
Yeah.
If any irregularities happen, I'm sure the mastermind is going to create some new rules to clear things up.
Yeah, most likely.
If you have time to think about pointless shit, use it to fulfill your role instead. As someone on guard duty, pay close attention to whether the culprit is trying to pull something.
You're very much right. All these crimes keep happening, and I might have not taken my responsibilities seriously as a result.
It's alright.
Alright, I'll dedicate my body and soul to guarding the body.
God, my hay fever's killing me. If only you could all be as pure as this guy, it would make dealing with you easier.
So says the person who probably the least honest with his feelings out of everyone. Regardless, if there are two culprits, this time we might have to pay even closer attention than usual to everyone's testimonies.
That costume you're wearing right now, it was made with the sewing robot, right?
That's right, Hashizawa made it for me. It's super cute, isn't it?
Well, I guess you do look better than usual.
Man.
そうだな。
What I'm curious about is whether you need some advanced expertise to use this thing to make clothes or not.
Hashizawa said as long as you have the blueprints and materials you need for the costume, the sewing machine does everything by itself. There might be some device to read the design around, maybe here? Maybe the slit here? Oh, it made a snapping sound. Well, it's probably fine, I guess. Girl.
Enough. I shouldn't have asked you.
Oopsie. After letting out a sigh, Hadami lightly pushed me. Who had unfastened the lid? Thingy aside, and Booted told Nova, who started giving him an explanation.
I see.
Ah.
First of all, it seems like you haven't broken anything, luckily.
As expected of me, you could say.
つまり
What you opened in the space where the dye tanks are installed seems you refilled those dyes for coloring your costumes.
Oh, I see. Hmm?
Huh?
Did you break it at last?
No, I was just thinking that the amount of dye left in each of these tanks is uneven.
Yeah.
Not like you're the one who had clothes done for her. Dyes wouldn't all decrease by the same amount.
That's true, and I'm not that knowledgeable about this stuff either, but come on, take a good look. Sasuga, a lucky student, eh?
I see. Yeah, this is unnatural.
There's so much green.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Ugh, I have no idea. The hell is it?
What's wrong, Ueda?
Shimatate and Hatami. I see. It's about identifying the poison. I'm having a lot of trouble. All the poison in the school has to be coming from the herbal room. Definitely be able to tell which it is, and yet...
It can't be helped. You might be the ultimate landscaper, but I doubt you ever had to identify a poisonous herb from the state of a body. Thinking of it, how's the managing of the poisonous herbs from the herbal room going? You mentioned how there were various dangerous ones, didn't you?
I did actually gather all the poisonous ones in one spot and manage them, okay? In a way that would make it obvious if someone were to steal some. But I never would have thought someone turned the room upside down. To be honest, I don't know what went missing in this situation.
That's fair.
Damn it all! If this had to happen, maybe I should have burned them all?
This brings up the possibility that the culprit turned the herbal room upside down to hide the fact they took away the poisonous herb they wanted.
I don't know, if you burn poisonous herbs and flowers, sometimes the fumes are toxic.
Yeah.
Lepnir reference, but they burn azaleas to take out an entire, like, forest of monsters. And it works, because it carries the toxins downwind. But, like, burning wouldn't even really help in this scenario either.
You could only try to lock it away in this room, maybe?
Or flush it. Like, flush it down a toilet or something. It'd be gone.
Okay.
That's one way to get rid of them.
It's a funny thought, at least.
Yeah.
You said that you were managing all the poisonous herbs, but that small flower arrangement was left unsupervised in the green room, you know? I believe it was made with those red flowers you warned us about, saying they were the most dangerous, and to be careful with them, though.
All the herbs I showed you were poisonous, and should never get near your mouth. Don't you ever eat them unless you want a stomachache or diarrhea. Last one I showed you in particular, its leaves contain a very strong poison. Just a taste and you're a goner. So be real careful. Oh, that one. Now that you mention it, that's right. It's because they were safely stored inside the display case as an exhibit. Thanks to that, they were the only ones to survive the sabotage.
Ika.
Speaking of that display case, do you know where it went? It disappeared somewhere, and only the flowers inside have been left behind.
Huh?
Huh? That big thing? I guess someone thought it was the way and moved it somewhere else?
Would be hard to hide, though, so even Rina doesn't know, despite being the one handling the display case. Oh, another thing. When did you submit your entry for the Marigold Festival?
Huh? Why'd you even go out of your way to ask that now? I don't see how... You don't want to be suspected, answer the question and quickly.
Thank you, Hatami, for cutting to the chase.
Even then, to be honest, I don't remember the exact time, you know? Took a wait-and-see approach. Armada was being loud about having entered the contest, and seeing there didn't seem to be an issue, I submitted my entry too. That's all I remember, pretty much.
Uh-huh. Then you submitted your entry after Arumada? Well.
As expected, the event order displayed in the auditorium and his testimony contradict each other. Contradict? Did I say anything weird?
Nope. No, don't worry. Thank you for telling us. Say I probably lied.
Yes.
Her body.
I'm so sad about her.
Momori. Her body gone completely cold. Made for an unrealistic, unbelievable sight on a different level compared to Hashizawa's trapped in ice.
I don't mind if you keep basking in sentimentality, however, I do believe getting directly you get closer to the truth.
Right. What we have to do now is move forward. Aha means that someone could have also submitted one for him early on, for Ueda?
Yeah, that's potentially possible, you just have to spell the name right. This is true, huh?
A goddess, yeah. What's this? There's a scrap of paper on Momori's left hand. After I pointed it out, Hatami gently opened the paper. When I took a peek, I was met with an unfamiliar string of letters. The The pesticide that's no more Romance Green. Romance Green is a pesticide of a bright green color. Its industrial production started in the 19th century. While comparatively cheap, it was extremely effective in the extermination of pests. As such, it was used by the people of the time as a cost-effective pesticide. It was especially effective in the swift extermination of harmful pests, which fed on raw cotton such as moths, ticks, and slugs by paralyzing their nerves. Due to the above reasons, it was useful in the cultivation of crops and preservation of the scenery, among others. In addition, there are anecdotes about it having been habitually used by a mighty European revolutionary. This is a pretty difficult read, so give me a nice explanation of it, please.
No.
It's an explanation on the user-friendliness of a green pesticide called Romance Green.
これは
There's a number printed on the bottom right. This might have been a page ripped out of some book.
Won't this make for an incredible clue? This might have been something Momori left to us using all of her remaining strength. Why would she have that, though? Where did she get it? Weird. Oh, by the way, there's a green pigment called Paris green in real life that was also used as a pesticide that contained arsenic and so disappeared. I see. Thank you for the notice. And I see we have another mourner for Momori in chat.
Yeah.
いいか
Look at the floor where we found this piece of paper.
妙な話だ
If Maureen died trying to give us a clue, wouldn't it be unnatural for the traces of blood from her fingers to be on the floor and not the paper?
Yeah, it was placed.
そうだろ
Moreover, if she was grasping that piece of paper while she was in so much pain that she'd resort to self-harm, it'd be strange that it doesn't have a single crease.
That's true. This can also be seen as someone putting the page under her hand after her death.
なあ
There's a high chance this clue will turn into a hindrance in our way to the truth. No, not questioning its validity might come back to bite you.
いいな
It might be fine to bet on it when you're in a deadlock, but be careful with how you handle it.
Yeah. Strange. Ah, yeah, the cuff. Ah, it looks like Momori's e-handbook is in its proper place under her cuff.
これは
It's working fine, too. This...
Request ticket. Congratulations, you have been selected as the owner of the request ticket. Touch the use button and tell us your request. Ha! Well. You can choose your request from the options you see down here. Release a lock inside of the school building, disclose of a specific information, contacting the outside for 3 minutes, escape from the academy. Aside from the requests listed there, if you have some other request Hold Nova can grant, it might just be possible to have it granted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away whenever. You can't ask for the resurrection of the dead or a large sum of money. This is the request ticket page, isn't it? Why is it on Momori's e-handbook?
そうか
As expected, this was the motive for the crime.
Really strange.
During the festival, the one student whose work is judged to have been the best by the headmaster will be eligible for the request ticket. and have their electronic student handbook updated with the addition of a request ticket page.
Well, it does say during the festival.
なるほどな。
Basically, the mastermind just picks someone they like during the Marigold Festival, and that's it. Winning the contest doesn't make you the owner.
No way. Then it never mattered how hard we worked? Well, I suppose it kinda did.
On brand for that mastermind, and above all, this page existing makes that a fact. More importantly, the bigger problem is that this ticket already can't be used anymore, which means someone already used it too.
The ticket did indeed say to touch the use button to state your wish, but as for Momori's ticket, this ticket can't be used anymore. Why can't you request anything anymore? It must have been transferred to the killer, eh?
I can think of two reasons. The first is that Marin had already used the request ticket, and the other is that the hidden rule from the entry sheet was applied.
The hidden rule. Yup. It will go to the killer.
It's possible that the culprit somehow learned Marin had the ticket and stole it by killing her.
Wait a second. Does it mean that right now the request ticket might be in the hands of the killer?
わかるだろ。
At the end of the day, it's just a possibility. However, in that case, catching the culprit will be simple enough, making it convenient for us. Check everyone's e-handbooks during the trial, and the person with the page on it is the Blackened.
Will probably not be as easy though. But then why was Hashizawa's e-handbook taken away from her? What's the reason for that?
It's me. Don't ask me for every single thing.
Well, I did hear about the theory of actually like one or the other, Marin or Hashizawa, killing each other. Yeah. If it's on Hashizawa's handbook now, then there would be a very good...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Momori's body, part of her skin seemed to have darkened. I wonder if that's also due to the poison that killed her. Speaking of, Hashizawa's skin didn't darken like this. Yeah. According to the Monokuma file, the victims were all poisoned to death, but the type of poison used might have been different.
When you discovered Marin's body, who else was on the scene?
It was me and Chisa. After that, Ueda thought it strange that Chisa and I were rushing to the home EC room and he followed us. And that's when the body discovery announcement played.
そうか。
I see. Then the body discovery announcement was working fine for this incident too, I take it.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Too loud.
いや、
Both of us found the body in the middle of Seiha's performance. Back then, loud-ass music was playing throughout the entire auditorium, green room included.
つまり、
So the people there didn't hear the announcement as it was drowned out by the music from the performance.
I see, so that's why the people in the auditorium didn't even seem to know a murder had taken place until we came to report it.
To them, Seki must have seemed suspicious as hell when he suddenly went up on stage in the middle of the performance.
It's kind as if he's looking somewhere far away. He might have done his best to stop Seki and the music. Yup, let's not ask for details. I would have paid to see that, the full scene.
これは。
This stuff scattered around the body seemed to be roses. Look like they're made of paper, though.
We planned to use these as decorations for the maid cafe. In the end, we didn't take them on stage, though.
だが
So the culprit borrowed them? Why? First the body frozen in ice, now the culprit might be sending some message.
Hmm.
No.
Could be their trademark. Serial killer who follows certain rules. Maybe it's a common trope in the mystery genre. This might have been a case of elusive murder.
Yeah, Hatami PTSD. Yeah, he already has so much to deal with, Seki. Elusive what's that?
そうだな
It means arranging the body in the crime scene in a certain way to align with a specific theme. Making use of the sort of staging adds to the eeriness of the crime.
So they make it look eerie, but what for?
バカ言うな
Do you think I'd know what the fuck a murderer is thinking?
Since you're the ultimate hellish like I thought you would have known. Is what I was about to say, but let's keep that to myself for now. Good idea.
No.
Well, there's the option of a culprit with multiple targets of revenge setting up an elusive murder as a way to say you're next and scare them. I've seen works with such a theme.
そうだな
Obviously, I doubt that applies to this incident, but the possibility that the culprit arranged the two crime scenes with some goal in mind is there.
Decorating one's body with roses and freezing the other. Why would... Oh. Ah! This is the menu from the maid cafe. The murder might be alluding to the dishes Momori thought of.
Huh?
Dishes that made use of ice and roses? You didn't present anything like that.
That's not it. I'm talking about the original menu we meant to use before the sabotage.
そうか
I see. What was the menu like then? The names of the dishes, the ingredients, anything works, so explain in more detail.
The names are... I think Chisa has the menu on her, so why not ask her? Oh no,
Sweetheart, why are you dodging the question?
I think she
Sure?
might have forgotten.
Possible.
I really don't want to say those names in such a serious situation, but especially not to Hatami. Ah, I see.
Girl, it is not the time to be worried about that.
Chisa, I'm sorry to disturb you while you're immersed in thought, but you have the menu, don't you? Can you show it to us? Yes, I do have it on me. But what's the point in looking at it now?
No.
It might make for an important clue to solve this incident, or so Konoe says.
Despite looking slightly confused, Chisa took the menu out of her pocket. This is what you're looking for, but it ended up being very different from the one we presented. It was scrapped, so you could say it's the old menu. As appetizers, we have the sparkly 5-colored salad in lucky colors, and the main dish is Blooming Love Rose's lovely dovely brisk pasta. Lastly, we prepare These Feelings Are Yours and Only Yours. Fluffy, lovely ice cubes as dessert. I can't see why Konoha wouldn't want to say these things to Hatami. He would think she's joking.
Yeah.
Enjoy this meal along the wonderful tea that the cute mates will serve right in front of your eyes.
I mean, it's very much a maid cafe menu.
これ
Yeah.
I can read this, but that's the end of it. Explain to me what's relevant in dishes in detail.
The main dish, the blooming love roses, lovely dovely brisk pasta, is pasta that was supposed to be decorated with edible flowers from the rose family. Lovely ice cubes are a dessert consisting of fruit and flowers encased in ice to put inside drinks. I ended up having to say it. The look he's giving me is killing me.
Girl is not having a good day.
No, but I am having a good time watching her.
It's funny.
Actually, I have absolutely nothing to do with this menu. Momori came up with all of it, you know.
I haven't said anything.
That's strange considering... That strange consideration actually makes it harder for me. Or you could say it's rubbing salt in a wound.
But you're right. It would be no exaggeration to say the murders were modeled after this menu. Who knew about the old menu, or whatever you call it, might be able to reduce the list of suspects a little.
I believe Konoha and I, Marine and Coco and Kokona, who came to hang out while we were preparing the desserts now.
Kokona! Why is this bitch so suspicious?
Well. Her
Girl.
name is coming up.
Girl! Do not trust her!
Yes, also, Ueda and Matsuoka saw the menu when I asked for help with the ingredients for the dessert, so I think they know.
I feel like the only one out of those two who might remember even, like, one dish of it would be Ueda, because he knows the plants the best. But even then, he's not suspect enough for me to go, like, you!
From the start, Marin told us to keep quiet about the menu to anyone uninvolved in our event until the performance, so, you know. She emphasized not to tell Hatoyama in particular about it, no matter what.
Huh?
What does the dumb crow have to do with anything? Is it because she didn't want him to meddle in with anything?
That's not it. It seems Momori wanted to pull a surprise on Hatoyama. Ah, yeah, I remember. For Hatoyama's plate, she only was planning to swap the original dish with one made with carrots he hates so much, and make him eat them. Speaking of, pretty sure she said she was going to put the veggie pasta in the fridge of the kitchen on the first floor to avoid mixing it with the rest.
なるほどな。
What a stupid prank. One that suits that dumb crow just right, mind you.
Yeah. Ueda really is too normal.
Ueda seems too normal to pull off something like this.
Frankly, he's giving me very strong Survivor vibes.
One of my friends would be overjoyed to hear that comment, because he likes him a lot.
I'm actually sure he will survive. I would be surprised if he doesn't.
Understandable.
Pasta decorated with roses and a frozen dessert. It does match with Marin's and Coco's states. The roses are one thing, but freezing a pasta in ice just to make it resemble the menu. The culprit is crazy. I don't want to believe it, but this means that the one responsible for this terrifying illusion murders is someone involved in our event. Even though Momori came up with the dish and dessert, fueled by a strong desire to escape from this academy, we all had fun making them together. All had fun making them together, huh? Konoe, do you remember when we were making the frozen dessert? Of course! Momori came up with the simple dessert that even people bad at cooking like us could make.
私
Right, at first I was having fun too, since I was able to make it, but there's something that has been bothering me. Bothering her?
覚えてる
When we managed making the fluffy, lovely ice cubes, Coconut brought us drinks while we were all happy, right?
Well then, it's time. Let's check on the fluffy, lovely ice cubes. If they're ready, I can talk.
I expected you would say that. Looky here, I brought drinks.
Oh dear, I'd expect nothing less from you, unless those silly... Like those silly maids, you realized what I intend to do in advance, didn't you?
Haha, good job to you two as well, Chankono, Kyutsa. Which drink do you want? Yes, I remember that. Coconut took the hint and prepared drinks, right?
さ
Back then, Coconut showed us orange juice and iced coffee as she asked which one we wanted, right? But Coconut didn't ask Marin and handed her orange juice right away.
Yeah, I'm squinting.
Squinting even harder now. Wasn't that because Momori can't handle caffeine, so she was considerate enough to give her the orange juice? She is new arrival.
おかしくない
Isn't that a little strange? I mean, the fact Marin gets drunk on caffeine came to light during the girls' meetup. Oh, I see. Kokona had yet to arrive when we held the girls' meeting. Oh man, if Kokona had like the camera footage or something the entire time, that would be crazy. And even likely. Right. I wonder how Kokona knew about how Marin reacts to caffeine. Marin is prideful, so I doubt she would tell her. Well, I feel like it's just that someone like Arumada just told her without thinking through.
なるほどな。
An unnatural statement, I see.
Huh? Did anything grab your attention?
いや、
No, however, considering this is information relating to Marin, the victim, it doesn't hurt to pay some attention to it. It might be a good idea to check if someone among us talked about it with her, and if they did, so with some goal in mind. I
そう
Okay, but this is just about Marin going wild when she drinks coffee, so I doubt that just more detail would be related to the incident. He's not responding. He seems to be focused on the introduction work. Well, even the smallest thing can feel out of place, might be related. I'll try asking Arumada if I see him. I feel like I added even more on your plate when there was no need to. Sorry, Konoe. No, this could be very important.
yes.
Arumada, I hope he didn't talk with Kokona about other weird things. The most important information is about the killing school life, which we all promised to keep secret as not to scare her, so it should be fine, right?
な。
Thinking of it, this room is pretty tidy except for the area around the body, so how did you get sabotaged?
It's because we tidied up the best we could to give Momori a more comfortable environment to remake the food in. Our sabotage consisted of taking out all the dishes we prepared in advance from the fridge and throwing it on the floor. Thinking back on that terrible sight, it could also be that all the food had been thrown in the plastic bin nearby, which was then knocked down by accident. The bin being full of water because of the dessert had melted was pretty dirty, so Hishimeki took care of it for us.
なるほどな。
I see. That explains it.
Even if a single dish was saved, I would have shown you the actual dishes from the old menu, but... if it was going to be thrown away anyway, I, a member of the staff, would have liked to eat it myself. Oh, it's almost time for a change of people on guard duty, so I'll go get in touch with those in the green room.
光明院さん。
People, be careful that nothing devilish is happening to the evidence while you switch, okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Then I shall be accompanying you, Miss Komyoin.
Yeah.
No, look, there's no point if the guard leaves. Be good and wait here until I call someone to switch with you.
いや、
No, it's fine for the two of you to go to the green room together. It will be just a little while, but I'm going to stay here. There's something I'm concerned about.
I see. No problem in that case. Following after a baffled Chisa, an emotional Matsuoka gave Hatami a thumbs up, which was ignored.
A man cannot be bothered.
He's not wingmanning you, Matsuoka.
With this, we have shared a good enough amount of information. Now we should continue our investigation following the view.
いいか。
Understood. Thank you for telling me as much as you did. I'm going to search the upper floors too. Hey, not leaving immediately but talking to him again, eh?
聞いてね。
Huh? You're going to watch over the body? Why?
Got a problem with that? No, there's no problem.
Ueda, I leave the rest to you.
See, that behavior is suspicious too, but I don't think Ueda is, like, murderer material for this chapter.
Nah, I think he still is a bit uncomfortable with Hatami.
Yeah. Could be chalked up to that. Okina is way more suspicious.
Yeah. That being said, where to investigate next? Thinking of it, Hishimeki mentioned reading a magazine with a special feature article on Hashizawa's brand in the laundry room. I don't know if it'll make for a clue, but it might tell me more on Hashizawa. And then there's a piece of paper we found on a Momori's hand. I'm also interested in knowing what book that page came from. Indeed. Alright, the laundry room and the library it is. This investigation has a lot of rooms to go through. But what does one expect from a double murder? Of course, he is here. Indeed, washing something,
This is so fucking suspicious.
Our mother was staring with a serious look at a running washing machine. My paint covered on your uniform ain't getting much cleaner. I thought there was no way, but just as Kokona said, he really is washing his uniform during investigation time. Arumara, are you really that desperate to change into your uniform? Shimako, when did you get here? Just a little while ago. More importantly, since changing has been forbidden, I think you'll have to settle for the maid dress for now. Moreover, in our rooms there are a number of uniforms we can change into. I don't think you need to wash it now, considering the situation. Well, yeah, right, but you know, me thinks I should wash it when I can, just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Sure. What do you mean by just in case? Huh? Just in case. Means just in case. You are so bad at lying. It's true that Arumada does weird things all the time, but I think he should be focusing on the investigation right now. Oh, that's right. Arumada, did you tell Kokona anything about Momori? About Maririn? About Maririn? I said she's super cute but has a sharp tongue and drains your wallet, and that she's angry. When she's angry, she's a pain. Scary, so be careful. Not about her personality. Did you tell her Momori is weak to coffee? Huh? She's weak to coffee? Maririn? What do you mean by that? Like, in a fetish way? What? Okay, so yeah, you did not... But it was covered in a class trial, wasn't it?
There is everything wrong with him.
He does not listen, does not retain info.
Goes in one ear and out the other, bro.
She said told everyone during the previous trial, so even those who didn't take part in the girls' meetup should know, but... Given his reaction, it really seems like he doesn't remember. It does seem like Kokona simply gave Momori the orange juice and there's nothing more to it after all. Were we overthinking this? No, we are never overthinking. I'll ask just to be sure, you haven't told Kokona anything about the killing game, right? That I have not, I promised after all. At times Kokona can get annoying if I tell her stuff I better not say, so you could say it benefits me too. Annoying? Just talking to myself. Either way, if we were to get the Erriz quest ticket, everything would be fine, even if we don't tell her about the killing game, so you know. Well, in the end, we got a case anyway. Yeah, sure is interesting that he would consider Kokona annoying, huh? Given how he's acting, it really doesn't seem like he told Kokona anything important. The only one I can imagine going out of their way to tell Kokona about Momori's weakness is him, after all. Seki? I hope it gets washed fast. Give up, Arumada. I'm wearing a costume like you too. So I'm sure it won't be scary if we go through the trial together. It can't be helped, I guess. You really should spend your time on something better, you know? There were a number of magazines on the desk, maybe to kill time while waiting for the washing machine to finish. I'm guessing the article on Hashizawa that Hishimiki mentioned has been published on one of these magazines. Special feature, find out about the charm of Heart Victoria. Given the headline, this is probably the one. Flipping through the magazine, I saw a feature spanning a few pages with many fashionable clothes and items. True that, I cannot remember a time where he actually contributed a lot except being funny. When I think about how Hashizawa designed all of this, I'm belatedly amazed by her talent. Oh, it's just as Hashimiki said, it wasn't just clothes and accessories, she designed many different things. All kinds of perfumes, sweets, amazing, even stationery, cute. Wow, she was even involved in medical care items. Her being a classmate makes me feel kind of proud. What have you been so immersed in reading, Shimako? Heart Victoria's special feature? Ah, it's that brand Kokona goes crazy about. It seems Hashizawa worked for them and was their ace designer. I figured this could be a clue in getting to know her.
Huh?
Oh, that's so? Amazing! I had no idea. I was reading about that just now, but well, reading about it at this point only makes me sad. As I sadly put the magazines back where it was, Arumada suddenly tilted his head and picked up a different magazine. Then, after taking a long hard look at the cover, he started staring at me. What's going on in your, brain cell-less head? This is ya. No.
何言ってるの？私はそんな美人さんじゃないよ。
何言うとんの？島子には島子の良さが。いやなくて服や服。これ島子の着てる服と一緒やない？
It does definitely have similarities.
本当だ。
I didn't realize right away since the color scheme is a bit different, but the dress the woman on the magazine is wearing does indeed look like my own. The dazzling gothic Lolita world, make your idea dress yourself, all technical drawings and instructions on how to make it are inside. Ah, so that's where she got the blueprints. Oh, there's a magazine which even tells you how to make clothes. It's hard to find clothes like this on sale, and there's a specific style to them. Suppose there are those who think it'd be faster just to make themselves. Oh, you know a lot. A man with sisters is destined to be used as a dress-up doll. You're bound to learn about women's fashion too. I can imagine. So that's why you could pull off that dress so effortlessly, even though it took me a few days to master the ribbon tying technique. More importantly, Shimako, look at this. The design which won the beginner prize, don't you think it's familiar? 4 kinds of katsus inspired dresses. They look just like what we're wearing right now. Our mother was pointing at a page with dresses which looked a lot like ours, and what's more is that the magazine also included pattern papers and instructions on how to make them. design of the dresses, which look like our own, was the winner of a contest held by the magazine. The article says they were designed by an anonymous student. Now, for some reason, I have a thought in my mind that these were designed by Kokuna. And she murdered Hashizawa because she used her dress designs.
Potentially.
The clover dress on the magazine looks almost the same as the diamond one, unlike Momori's. Oh, I see. Could it be that Sarachin? I see. Huh? What is it? Did you pick up on something? It would be quite a big deal if Hashizawa was like actually like plagiarizing others' designs. I would think that would probably be... Someone would have said something about that already, I think.
I mean, let him talk.
It's simple and clear. This means Sarachin was calling corners. She couldn't come up with a good idea for maid dresses and quietly stole the design of this newbie designer. Wait a second. You saw the other magazine with the special feature with your own eyes, didn't you? She had the skills to come up with those wonderful designs on her own. I know that she's been thinking about designs for her dresses for the past few days. She would never do that. Have you seen this magazine here? It's true that one dress has a different shape, but... The designs are 90% the same, and the magazine has detailed pattern papers on it too. If she thought about it long and hard and came up with this, she totally ripped them off. You know, because you brought it up, I don't want to believe it. Arumana has a point there. But why would she do this? She's the ultimate designer. Methinks that there's more to take into consideration if she was an ultimate. For instance, I can't conduct well when I gotta take control. Don't compare other people to you. While Victoria's main focus is on clothes for girls to wear in their daily lives, so Lolita fashion might be out of her area of expertise. I see. Everyone has things they're good and bad at. Methinks she was asked to do something she's no good at, and she thought about it but couldn't think of anything, so she cheated a wee bit. Very is very likely. Ultimate or not, Sarachin's still a person. I feel a sense of affinity with her now. Rin really hated this kind of foreplay, so methinks if she had found out, she would have really flipped out. You'd think she didn't in it. Momori got very angry with our mother for slacking off, and he was on a different team, so I agree that if she found out about this, she wouldn't have let it slide. Fishy. But Hashizawa and Momori are both victims in the first place. There shouldn't be any need to consider a dispute between the two, but...
Before we continue, my medicine is actually really beating me up, like it's sending me into a crash. I might need to briefly eat something before we keep going.
Okay.
Take me like 5 minutes.
I mean, I also would like some new tea.
Yeah, so like let's take a mini break and do that. Talk amongst yourselves, chats. We'll be back in a second.
Yeah. Hello! At least I'm already back again. I grabbed myself some nice tea with honey. But still gotta drink some normal water. Well, yeah. Seiya really thinks that Hashizawa is comparable to him just because of his little theory, but considering it comes from him, I am not taking much stock in that. By the way, while we are waiting, I actually started playing 100 Line yesterday. Whew. It sure starts with a shit ton of cutscenes, doesn't it? I was kinda surprised by that. It was basically an anime episode just of cutscenes. I'm curious how it will go, though I still need to familiarize myself with the new mechanics. Of like, how to get better grades and stuff. And also how to prioritize free time. I mean, these types of free times are not like the same as in Danganronpa, yeah, at least not at first. So I will have to see how important they actually are for characterization. But yeah, we shall see. Yeah, I could not rest and just hang out a little. I had to keep staring on the screen to catch the subtitles. No, for now I think I like Hiroko, I think she's called. The one with the long dark hair and the glasses. I like her the most for now. And I fear that I am a bit more similar to her than I would like to be. Though, in general, for now, I sympathize more with the students who are fighting rather than the ones which are not fighting. Will be interesting. Though I am at the part, I think, at like day 6, so I'm not very far in. But man, when one of the students just went up and disappeared to explore beyond the Undying Flame, I was just like, natural selection. Oh, I'm definitely interested in, like, the siblings too. They are cooking something with the dynamic. Definitely something, and I'm interested to see where it leads. For all the bad and the good, I suppose, if there is any good. Though, yeah, like I said, though, I'm having a little bit of trouble sympathizing with the non-fighters right now. I am the type of person I wouldn't be able to, like, leave my own fate in the hands of others, so I would have joined the fighters relatively quickly. Well, I'm sure everyone will end up on the fighting front one day or another. I mean, that's for what they are here for. That will probably take a while until I get actual different endings. I think the way the game is structured is that you need to like get to the 100th day first and get a stock ending, and only then you can really get other routes. I'll have to see though. Hi! Promotional art was a lion in never fight. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Kodak had made some wild promotional art that didn't represent the game all that well. Wouldn't have been the first time. But considering how many endings this game has, and like many roads at least, I would think that it would start to fight at least in some of them. But I'm curious how it will go. I have more than enough time to play the game until the next one comes out, and like the next game that comes out is like Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, which I want to get. And that is like a completely different kind of game, so I could easily juggle both 100 Line and Rune Factory at the same time without feeling tired or it interfering with each other. I am curious though. Yeah. I'm curious how the new Rune Factory will actively play, because I don't know if you've heard, since I think you only played Rune Factory 4. But Rune Factory 5 was a bit... I mean, it's still Rune Factory, but... So, I'm very much looking forward to it, how they will evolve Rune Factory with the new entry. So I personally can't judge 100 Line yet. I am way too early. Yeah, Rune Factory 5 didn't run very well, and the days are way too long. So even though I still want to marry some of the characters I really like, I keep putting it off because the days are so long and it feels like I never get anything done.
Close.
Hello, hello. Putting your avatar back on.
Talking about 100 Line in chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Since I started it yesterday.
That's good. I've heard some pretty okay things. Like a lot of my friends are liking it. I was looking at the playstyle of it though, and it's kind of not my game.
I mean, I put it on safety. It was just I'm not gonna deal with that. Just give me the story.
Oh, okay, I see.
I mean, if you give me the option, I will take it.
Honestly, I didn't know that was an option, but even then, I don't know. I wanna respect, because it's also Uchikoshi's babies too, but like I don't touch any Kodaka properties anymore.
Yeah.
So something so strange to say as someone who likes Fangans, since Fangans got inspiration from DR as a whole, and I know Kodaka's brain was involved in that, but like I don't know, I just don't touch Kodaka specific properties anymore. I'll do collabs, which I know technically 100 Line is a collab, but I am a working adult. I don't have time to go through something that long personally.
That's fair. I also, for example, as much as I like the Persona games, I only play them once. Never twice. Too long.
Yeah, they're long. Aren't they anywhere between like 48 to 60 hours?
That's you don't want to
48
know.
is definitely lowballing it, but isn't like a decent run like 60 hours minimum?
I mean, the original Persona 5 I took 70 hours, and that's not the Royal Edition, which is even longer.
Yeah, I've heard they added more shit to it.
And I'm not the type to like diddle-daddly a lot. I like to get the plot moving. So
yeah, I am of a similar disposition. I'm just like, I'm here for the story, bro. Give me the story.
Yeah. So
anyway, let's finish this.
Yep.
Because it is getting later for you, and I have something to do after stream.
Hi, Siki. Oh, Seiki's here, so he was investigating this place. But he's not looking at either books nor documents. His e-handbook, it seems to be open on the entry sheet scene. Huh? That screen. Don't tell me you have to request tickets somehow.
Oh dear, Mishima Tate, did you come here in search of something?
Eep, he saw me. But it doesn't seem like he realized I saw that screen. That screen just now, it feels as if it looked the same as the one you get after submitting your entry sheet, which I saw when Hatoyama used my e-handbook. What did you do? Okay? That has to be wrong. There's no way Seiki had any interest in the Marigold Festival, and more importantly, what can he even present all on his own? Hello?
Huh?
That face. Are you thinking something rude?
Not at all. I was just wondering if there were any books on poisons or poisonous herbs.
There are on the right bookshelf, where you see those thick books lined up, but do you intend to identify the poison using this incident from those?
Something like
this
it.
incident from those? I can talk.
That's not it. I want to see if there's a book that's missing a page. I'm pretty sure it was page 143.
We're starting pretty later on, Mr. Blue Shark, because Rina has not seen this episode yet specifically, and then wanted me to help voice things with her. But she is going to be going back from the beginning and pulling on our other friend Barnhouse, and they're going to go through it together from the start. We also have the translator in chat. Say hi, Ha. Anyway. I understand. I take it you have searched Miss Memori's body. In that case, I bring unfortunate news. I checked that page was missing from most of the books with poison, pesticide, plants, and the title myself, but found nothing.
Huh? Really?
There wasn't a single book with the page torn off from those related to the topic. I sure do wonder what book that page comes from. Well, the culprit might have taken it with them.
True, that's one possibility, but... out of the tons of books that are here, Seiki searched the ones with poison, pesticide, and plants in the title. If those books were fine, it might have been torn off a book unrelated to poison. Well, it was not directly about poison, yeah? But even if by some chance that's the case, there's no time to check all the books here in the library before the trial. Thank you, Seiki. You looking that up for me helped a lot.
It's not like I looked it up for you, though. Well, whatever.
Little bit of Tsundere moment.
Miss Maureen so much. It was my girly pop.
She was too good for this world. It would be
Paris Green at least was used for painting, so it might be a book about paint.
It would be hard to look for a book with a missing page that might not even be there out of all of the ones in the library after all. Let's ask Seiki too since he's here. I want to ask just in case, you aren't involved with this incident, are you? For instance, you didn't tell Kokona anything weird, did you?
As I promised, I haven't told Miss Automata anything. You ask that.
It's a very minor thing, but for some reason, she knew that Momori was weak to caffeine. I thought someone might have given her more information on us than needed.
And why am I your suspect? What do I gain from talking about this with Miss Aramada? More importantly, isn't there someone more on it than I? Like her brother Aramada, liable to tell her things without thinking?
I tried asking him too, of course, but it seems he didn't even remember Momori's weakness.
You sure are innocent. Haven't you considered that Aramada may have been lying to you?
That guy cannot lie to save his life. Aramada isn't the type to tell a lie like that.
Well, I do agree. Cleverly tricking us is something Aramada most definitely isn't capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, I was keeping an eye on him, and it seemed to me like the request ticket was the only thing on his mind from start to finish.
Huh? You were? Why? Why indeed?
I was lightly observing him so he wouldn't tell Miss Aramada about the killing game after spending more time with her than necessary. That's all.
Sure.
I promise not to scare Miss Aramada after all. I'm sure that if I stayed near her, it would worry everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, considering your bullshit, Seki. Correct. And so, as the ultimate policeman, I kindly watched over Aramada instead, wishing that my efforts would allow the two to spend some pleasant moments in this academy.
And your real reason is?
Aw, thank you for that wonderful detail.
Ah, yeah, Seki uses sun with everyone except for Seiha, which could be seen as a subtle form of bullying him.
It's amazing, and he should keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
My, you're as greedy as always. I shall tell you if you want to know so much, however. My answer to the question of who shared more information than necessary with Miss Aramada is no one did. Because, well, I believe that Miss Coconut Aramada is suspicious.
She is. Huh? You think Coconut is?
You found her in the basement, correct? I've been feeling something was quite out of place ever since then. What grabbed my attention was her appearance.
Her appearance? Oh, so you're into her looks. She is very cute. A very funny thing to say to him.
Look, I'm spending extremely precious investigation time talking to you. Would you be kind enough to think before you speak?
He is so touchy about it too. Sorry. What do you mean by her appearance?
Think back on what she told us about being caught when we were brought here and being locked up in the basement ever since then. If what she said was true, both her mind and body would be feebler. She claimed to have been imprisoned for a long time, yet it looked to me like she had enough strength to walk around right away.
True that. She was very weak at first. I think she was acting tough so she wouldn't worry us.
And how about how clean her body and clothes were? Are you going to tell me she used spotless clothing magic?
Spotless clothing magic.
Considering she was handcuffed, she also would have been able to excrete satisfactorily. So we could say the lack of stinks on all fronts.
Stinks on all fronts. Telling me that doesn't make me understand any better. Come on, Kono, you can do this.
Huh?
Why? Confinements happen all the time, so it should be obvious if you think about it.
No, they don't. Not normally.
すみません。
Oh, my apologies. It's not something normal.
もしかして。
But considering how you've been acting, I take it all of you really believe her to be on our side.
Of course. She's our classmate's, Arumada's sister.
She also just got here, though. I beg to differ.
Why?
Putting aside whether she's responsible for this incident, I do believe her to be a trigger the mastermind's side prepared for. I believe she's a motive.
Yeah, most likely.
A relative of a classmate, she's someone who would feel comfortable lowering our guards around, and by inserting her in our midst, she'll destroy us from the inside while sitting in a safe space.
そうでしょ?
If she is a mole who was given the task of causing the third incident, wouldn't it explain how she knows information pertaining?
True that.
Yeah. Is so right here. Heartbreaking. The worst person you know made a great point.
I'm glad he's very open about how suspicious Kokona is, though.
Yeah.
That can't be. Kokona cares a lot about Arumada. She... Even though she's not the one getting acknowledged, she's a very strong girl willing to waive the conductor's baton for Arumada's sake.
へえ。
Oh, goodness. She seems to feel a strong affection towards her brother.
はあ。
But is she really doing that for Arumada's sake?
Most likely not.
If the only time when she can make her talent shine is when she's acting in Arumada's place, wouldn't she have no problem waving the conductor's baton like her life depended on it? She might think that her brother's existence is an obstacle, and so might have been sent in by the mastermind to cause this incident.
No, she would never.
Actually, isn't Mr. Hatami also suspicious of her and left her at large while keeping an eye on her, much like myself? Did you hear anything from him?
Sure, he seemed to be wondering what and how much she knows, but he said nothing about Kokona being a mole.
そうですか。
Oh my, he's definitely looking into things in his roundabout way. What a terrible person, using you without telling you about his true intentions.
Sure.
特別ですよ。
Compare him with me. And I was open with you about everything. Won't you put some faith in my words?
I will put faith into your words, not actions, though.
He's also high-key very manipulative, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, he is right about Kokona, though. She is super suspicious.
Probably I can agree with, but like, I'm just him trying to pit you against Hatami. I'm like, listen, buddy, pal, we already proved in chapter 2 you're very manipulative. Shut up.
Both Seiki and Hatami suspect Kokona could be a mole working for the mastermind, and the true motive? If so, just how involved is she with the incident at hand?
Wow. Dong-dangs, the ding-dongs.
Investigation is over.
捜査時間は終了となります。捜査のめどがつき次第、皆様は学校エリア1階の赤い扉の前でお待ちください。地下階にて捜査を行っている方は、一度エレベーター前へ集合した後に1階へお戻りください。 生徒の皆様の集合を確認次第、学級裁判を開始いたします。それでは、裁判場でお待ちしております。
Really respect all of the effort gone into this series personally.
Yeah, I mean,
Like with like all the I want to say it's not full voice acting, but it definitely is partial.
I mean, during the trials that they have, full voice acting is very impressive already.
Yeah, it is. That's a lot.
And I mean, they also changed out the sprites over time. We always get so many CGs every video. It's who?
Yeah, like respect to Kurono-san, but I cannot tell you how rough it was for me to get through the prologue in chapter 1 the first times, just because some of it was grating on the eyes.
It's old. It's now 10 years old.
Yeah, I know, which is why I'm like, respect, full respect, because at least he got it out there. It's better than most project leads do at all. Some projects never see the light of day, a huge chunk of them never do. Which is why I was like, no, full respect, but also, I struggled getting through the first part.
Ironically enough, I was able to stop an unpleasant train of thought due to Holtnova's announcement. Right now, I was about to be swallowed up in Tsuki's words without thinking with my own head. I shouldn't suspect someone so easily just because of what he says. Just staying with Kokona is fun, and she brightens our days.
Ray, no discernible dates as to, like, when Kurono releases things. Kurono just kind of releases things as they happen. And also, like, this is a hobby for Kurono, so a lot of the time, like, that you'll see large spaces between uploads because of that. Not because it's because, you know, man's got other things to do. Either way, people will willingly wait for it, and Ha will translate it, so it's whatever.
Yeah, though I think there is definitely a chance at least one trial part to come out this year, at least if everything goes well.
Yeah, I think so. It would be nice if the trial did come out this year, just like the full trial, but it's totally fine if not. I don't care. I don't mind waiting.
We've only been together for a short time, but even then I'm sure she's a precious classmate of ours. There's absolutely no way that she's an underling of the mastermind, doing nothing but toying with us and laughing at us and us despair. It doesn't matter what you and Hatami think, I'm simply going to trust Kokona, who stayed by my side. Are you going to defend Kokona this trial? That would be interesting.
I didn't want to say that on stream, so I just put it in chat instead.
Thank you.
Well, I expected as much. It's you who we're talking about, after all. One who can be strong for the sake of what she wants to believe in. Oh, it's okay. A lot of people don't know that. That's usually why I just gently correct anytime I see it. It's a very old. I think it was coined during World War II.
Yeah, I think that was
it. And it's not well known if you didn't research all aspects of that event. So I don't exactly highlight it in the history of it either. But yeah, just try to use a different abbreviation so that people don't get the wrong idea. What will you do when all you want to believe in crumbles apart? I want to see what will happen then. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to see how you'll prove to me that Miss Arumada is on our side. He's such a little shit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, though.
Well then, shall we head towards the elevator? All that's left is making everything clear for the class trial.
Well.
あれ
Oh dear, you're early.
Konoe, you've got to be kidding me. Were you investigating with him?
I mean,
One room.
it's better to pick everyone's brains instead of just
Yeah.
like 2 or 3. So you even gotta talk to the assholes. I'm sorry. Gotta get some information somewhere.
No, I just ran into him earlier and we came here together.
Oh boy.
Coconut trotted my way, and after a hug, she looked at me with her wet eyes. I couldn't do anything in the end. I'm sorry if I haven't been useless. You weren't useless. Even just watching over the body the way you did helped us a great deal. I might just get in everyone's way, but I'll do my best too during the class trial that's happening now. Thank you. Let's uncover the truth behind the mysteries of this case together, because, Kokona, you are a precious ally too. Now yeah, in my opinion, the best way the trial will go is that Konoe will defend Kokona, but Kokona is not exactly an innocent lamb here. However, she's not the culprit.
Really neat. It would be really neat if it did that kind of like it did in chapter 2, where she was defending Hatami and ended up being right, and then here she's trying to defend Kokona and then ends up being completely wrong.
Yeah.
And then slowly has to struggle with the terms of like, no, I can't defend you and this sucks.
That would be my ideal, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you smirking about? It's alright. I'll just have to trust Kokona. I'll prove that she's on our side.
I think your top priority should be just figuring out who the murderer is.
Boy.
Konoe is always
What's
an ace
that dumbass
attorney.
doing?
Sorry.
Alright. What's that dumbass doing? Hatsoyama is who you mean, right? He doesn't seem to have any intention of showing.
Oi, oi.
Could it be that he was scared of the trial and run away? Hatami clicked his tongue as he rushed out of the room. Wait a second! Hey! Who do you think... do you think you know where Hatoyama is?
Ika.
If he's not where I'm going now, you go back to the elevator without complaining. We clear?
Alright, let's see. Hatami then headed towards the dormitories and opened the door to one of the rooms. Marine's room?
Boy!
There he is. Hatoyama, he really was in Momori's room.
Oh, Hatami and Shimatate, did you maybe come to pick me up?
You really... Now isn't the time to play hide and seek.
As Hatami got closer to Hatoyama with a skull on his face, the later stepped back to the doorway going, "Oh, so scary," with a laugh. Huh? Did you lock the door?
I expected Hatami to come, but I didn't expect you to come, Shimatate. Oh well. This is the biggest form of consideration from me, because it's almost time for a conversation better left private.
Okay, huh?
Oh, you know.
The The same sweet scent of shampoo as the one from her body still lingered in Momoi's room. And the teapot and 2 empty teacups sat on a table. I take it the contents had already been drunk. 2?
You. I assume you're pulling this dumb shit while understanding the rules of the class trial?
Are you talking about how all students must participate in the class trial? Yep, no worries. I have zero intention of running away. Fine, I get it. Really? Jeez.
All Hatami did was keep quiet, but it seemed to have conveyed something. Hatoyama dropped his flippant attitude and started talking calmly.
Until now, I've always pretended not to see what I didn't want to see, because I love looking at nothing but wonderful things. Nothing but pretty things. No matter how strong the rain, if you calmly wait for it to end while reading a book, for instance, it will turn into a gorgeous rainbow before you realize, right? I'm sure that if I stay this way, the rainbow will disappear from my sight in a heartbeat.
I didn't come here to listen to some stupid poetry, but if you've made some resolution, I'm willing to listen.
There are 3 things a magician mustn't do no matter what, but I'm going to violate one of those 3 rules.
Oh, it's voiced.
I did not remember that he voiced this line. I'm going to expose... He actually might voice this here.
What do you know? On break? What do you mean by...
You two, please promise. Promise that you'll get to the very bottom of this incident, to the end, no matter what.
Why are you being so suspicious?
Lend me your strength to the end. Let's move forward together, even if someone gets hurt or something breaks.
Of course. I want to know the truth too, for the 2 that were killed and for everyone else. So, Hatoyama, I'm going to cooperate with...
Don't promise shit to him just like that. I understand how resolute you are. I'm going to solve the mysteries of this incident, but that's all. We're going to handle this our own ways. If you have nothing to feel guilty about, there's no need to collude together to uncover the truth for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Hatami, you smelled the sus on this one. When Hatami rejected Hatoyama's request, he hunched his shoulders and started murmuring in a soft voice.
You're unbelievable. Don't play fair. Pulling out as much of my true feelings as you can out of me. But well, I'm not exactly surprised. I already knew that you weren't the type to play fair. Very well then, since I'm going to expose secrets, let's start with you.
Huh? Expose secrets?
Yep, remember when I entered the Marigold Festival contest at the last moment? I submitted my entry from your e-handbook, right, Shimatate? You're wondering why I didn't use my own, it's because I couldn't.
You couldn't use the e-handbook? Did it break?
Nope, I had already submitted an entry from my own e-handbook. I entered my name as a representative student and Hatami's as a supporting student. But on the day before the contest, my name wasn't on the event list from the monitor in the auditorium.
That is strange.
Which means my entry was invalid. Do you understand what that means?
Huh? Huh? What does that mean?
I would never misspell my own name, which means there was a different mistake.
Does Hatami's name have different kanji, or is he using a false name?
What's wrong was the name Tachihaki Hatami.
Does that mean that Hatami isn't Hatami? Oh,
You're wrong!
That was a strong reaction. Hatami reacted with a yell to my words. Seeing that, Hatoyama started cackling.
I see. So that's your reaction. Even though I was about to say that maybe I was the one who accidentally misspelled it.
Oh my.
You. Was this your goal from the start?
Don't be so mad. I said it at the start, remember? That I was about to talk about something you'd want to stay private.
Indeed.
Fuck! I was the stupid one for coming here.
Wait a second. Then when Hatoyama entered the contest from my e-handbook...
Yep, I only put in my name and tried submitting my entry again. And when I did, I was allowed to take part in the contest with no issue.
Hatoyama tried to submit his entry from his own e-handbook first, but it was voided, so his name wasn't on the schedule on the day before the festival. As long as the name of a student from the school is inputted correctly, you can submit your entry from the e-handbook of someone with no relation to that person too. The moment Hatoyama used my e-handbook to enter the contest, his name was added to the schedule. Yeah, Koen just keeps putting his name into Hatami's business. It is one of the reasons why I do think that the Koen is the mastermind theory is valid as well.
Here's the thing, I will take him being the mastermind over him dying.
If
he dies, I have zero reason to continue this series.
And from how he talks about it, it seems you won't be able to tell if your submission was voided or not until you check the monitor in the auditorium.
Trials shall start in 5 minutes. The students are to gather at the designated place at once. Be careful for students whose presence cannot be confirmed shall face expulsion at once.
Right, we're out of time. What's important now is to convince Hatoyama and bring him with us where everyone else is. Hatoyama, Hatami was against it, but I promise you. If you really do want to expose the truth behind this case, let's go through this trial together. I might not be that reliable, which is why I want to cooperate with everyone to get through it.
Hooray! I'm sure you'll be able to get to the very bottom of this. Well then, I shall give you a present since you're going to cooperate with me.
Hmm?
It's a good luck charm. I'm sure it will help us.
Okay, what is the good luck charm? Saying that Hatoyama put something on the palm of my hand. Seeing the good luck charm he gave me made my eyes open wide in surprise. Hatoyama, this is...
Oi.
Hey, you should be plenty satisfied by now, dumb crow. Even if you recite big words to yourself, you're a lost cause if you die here.
True. Well then, you two. Let's run to the elevator, quick!
A secret piece of evidence.
Okay. Keeping us on our toes, I see.
Yep.
Oh, you made it! Good, good. You managed to bring Hatoyama too. I'm not too sure what she meant, but Hono started going on about dangerous sounding stuff like the students who break the school rules facing expulsion, so I was worried.
Why do you guys always arrive in the nick of time? The situation is so don't scare us like that.
Sorry, I spaced out. I was taking a small break, you see.
Are you okay? It's because of that stuffy, heavy mask you're wearing.
それでは
It has been confirmed that all students have assembled. Very well then. Please do ride the elevator you see in front of you. She'll take you to the trial grounds where the headmaster is waiting. Oh, Miss Aramada, I'm sure you must be feeling apprehensive about the situation, but you merely need to move past the elevator door. I shall guide you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A fucking wink at Konoe is crazy.
Seki gave me a fleeting glance and showed Coconut away. Seems like he'll wait for me to make my move before pressing her. The two of them got on the elevator first, and the rest followed. Be it because I got used to the elevator since the basement floor was opened, or be it because I've been through multiple trials, I wasn't hesitating in spite of my luggage gate. In contrast, it was only him whose step has always been the most confident out of everyone so far, who stopped in his tracks.
Konoe.
Back then, I told you I couldn't reveal everything at the moment.
俺は
But I'm Tachihaki Hitami.
He is such a wet cat here in this sprite.
Yeah. You're kidding. I have neither conclusive proof nor a clear reason why, but that's the one thing. There's an absolute, certain truth.
I was wondering what had gotten into you all of a sudden. I already know who you are. I don't need anything complicated to be convinced. So, don't make that face, Hatami. Together, we are going to get through this class trial no matter what. We have to determine the truth of the case, don't we? Such
Yeah, we do. You're completely right. Let's go. We'll quickly bring this case to an end, and then I'll go tell the dumb crow off.
Good.
There were death flags for both of them in that statement.
Yeah. Everyone in their costumes.
Hello, hello! Welcome to the final venue. A festival named after the flower which represents despair in flower language. You motherfucker, don't bring flower language into this. I already know what it means. This is the final performance. Time for some fun. Holding popcorn on one hand and cola on the other. Okay, take your seats. Oh, and if you want a drink, you can buy it for 1 coin.
You are so enthusiastic.
Really? Hooray! Then I want orange juice. Don't go along with that malice-filled commercial spirit of his. I believe you meant to say enthusiasm-filled festival spirit. We're going to have fun with this trial to the fullest.
Me oh my.
What about the... What's that about seats? Where should I go? Right. You should go to the one right in front of Monokuma. Should be fine as long as I don't take one that's already taken. It's as I was discussing with Hashizawa, she really did end up taking that seat. All classmates are gone, and a new ally joined us. The curtain rises on the third-class trial, which I thought would never happen. The ultimate designer, Koko Hashizawa. She was quick to doubt others, and has argued with the others many times because of that, but... even then, she was very kind at heart, someone to quietly support us from the sidelines as we do our best. The ultimate maid, Marin Momori. She was very proud of herself, and so she had a strong sense of responsibility, but she was a beautiful person who had a very noble attitude to life. She'd give me, unreliable as I am, a push on the back when it mattered. Having her around felt incredibly reassuring. And the one who killed those 2 wonderful classmates of ours. Is among us.
I really like how they keep redrawing this.
Yeah. Good.
There's someone among us who betrayed us and killed during the Marigold Festival when a murder wasn't demanded of us.
Interesting.
There are too many people alive on the screen.
Yeah,
And also the fact those 2 share one portrait
concerning.
gives me death flags for them too. Like, I'm sorry, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. We're gonna have to part with at least one of them, maybe 2. Maybe both.
Okay, so with the portrait there, I don't see how you can get rid of one and not the other. When it's on one insert, I don't know. It's
Unless, I don't know, let's say...
things that make me go,
Let's say only Seiha is gonna be executed, then maybe he's just gonna disappear from that space and it's just gonna be Kokuna in blue? I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is too many people are alive on the screen.
Why did they take 2 lives in such a situation? Actually, is the Blackhand even a single person? I still don't know anything, but I can't let anything more be taken away.
Ouch.
I'm going to make clear the truth behind this incident, for the sake of those dear to me as well. I must face everything during this class trial.
And now we don't get the trial for a while. We finished the investigation. Yeah. And of course Maureen's the end title card. Like, just kill me.
Absolutely.
Miss her!
This is also cute. Whee!
And I miss her.
Yeah.
I miss Marilyn.
But a theory where Coco and the body is fake. That would be crazy. I can't imagine it.
That would be utterly fucking insane, and I don't really know how that theory holds any water personally, but that's just me.
We shall see, I suppose. This is definitely... This will be fun. This trial will be fun. I'm afraid of how long the trial is gonna be.
Based on Corono's tweets, pretty long.
I mean, hasn't he also answered on Marshmallow that he dreaded the third chapter the most? Except,
probably because of how long it is. And maybe because he might be killing off characters he likes. I don't know.
Could
I don't remember the
be,
reasoning.
could be. I also don't think it became clear from what I Google translated.
Yeah. Alright, well, chat, thanks for joining us for that.
Yeah, I think
it's late o'clock for Rina, and I have something I need to do.
Yeah. Then we shall end the stream here. See you next time, whenever the trial is coming out.
Yeah.
And until then, bye-bye. Thank you all for watching and commenting so much.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye-bye. Bye.